Indeed, you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win. It's been 3 short tracks in a row, and it's time to open it up. NASCAR heads to Talladega this weekend for the Geico 500. Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway, your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona Prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintai, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmvdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmvdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it is Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and we're all in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale, 888-368-1580. That's the Summit Mail Medical text line. And Screamin' Eagle, already ready to go on the text line with an epic long text. He's a new guy, and by the way, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you what he does for a living, but that is one serious dude right there.
No kidding.
That is one serious dude with a serious occupation. He's a super cool dude, but he's new. So he says, happy Wednesday, Blender family. Only 2 more days till the weekend. Answer me this.
All right. Riddle me this, Batman.
You should have been called him the Screaming Riddler.
Yeah.
Or the Screaming Riddlin.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good texture nickname. You should write that down.
Riddlin'.
Yeah, so here's his question. He says, in the morning, I listened to Bruce and Dale. Well, we're sorry. Do we need to send a card?
Nice choice. Nice choice to wake up. All right, go ahead. Next.
He says, I don't think I've ever heard Bruce read a text message. Yet on the afternoon show, Jeffrey is most diligent about reading all the texts that come in.
Yeah.
Are we discouraged from texting in the morning? And the contrast between Jeffrey and Bruce is very distinctive. I wonder what would happen if Jeffrey and Bruce traded spots. Jeffrey and Dale in the morning and Bruce and Randy in the afternoon.
Oh, dear God, no.
First off,
no.
The cancellation of things would come from Bruce and Phil, and which one of those guys talks more.
Yeah.
I think that would probably cause a singularity and thus a black hole, and then the entire planet would crush in on itself.
I don't know. Dale doesn't talk a whole lot. He does not talk a whole lot. But when he says something...
Sure.
With
that voice, it carries weight,
Randy.
Randolph.
Absolutely. He calls me Randolph.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, sometimes 2 giant opposing forces. I go on the morning show and there might be a little more used to, regular stuff. And I'm a wise ass.
Yeah.
And I imagine at some point Dale would take a swing at me. Although if he hasn't taken a swing at Bruce yet, then I think I'm probably safe.
Yeah. If he hasn't taken Bruce down, I think you're in the safe zone.
But it would be an interesting thing to experiment with. I would actually be curious. I enjoy hanging out with Dale L. Hellestray. He's been on the show before, and we had a whole lot of fun. Turned out to be Dale Love Fest 2019 when we did that.
Well, yeah.
But
was it that long ago since he was been on the show?
I think either 2019 or just right at the beginning of COVID before that, I think. And everybody just loves the Dale, right?
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves the Dale, man.
So I wouldn't be opposed. Dale probably would want nothing to do with me on that show.
I don't know.
And of course, there's a Chief, Stowe. Anyway, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it for a day just to see what kind of would happen. It would be interesting to see you and Phil politely standing by as Bruce did 3 hours of Bruce.
Well, and that's what it would be.
Yeah.
I did the morning show one time, and although Bruce was very cordial and very pleasant to me, it was clear he was doing the show.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's the way they do it. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just, different styles. That's all it is. Large Marge says Bruce doesn't read texts because Bruce can't read. That is we've been trying to keep that a secret, to be honest.
I don't think that's true.
Thunder Snow says, I thought Phil wasn't allowed to be near the buttons anymore. He's on probation. We've decided to give him a chance, but if he gets too annoying, then Randy will take over in the control room, and Phil will then be within physical striking distance.
Yeah, Randy's on the show, but yet on standby.
Yeah, he's on the show on standby.
Yeah, that's me.
But he will pummel you. I will pummel you.
Standing by.
Bob Shrisky says, it's a big no to PM Bruce. Just no. Take it easy, guys. Come on, don't be mean. Anyway, so there you go. Thanks, Screaming Eagle, for the text there. And he sent me an email. He's a super cool dude.
Really?
Screaming Eagle's cool.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know him.
Well, I don't want to say things without permission that he doesn't want said. Maybe a lot of people use nicknames on this show for good reason.
Yeah,
they don't want their bosses to know they're up to no good.
Well, I mean, I could probably know about him if we're not on the air, right?
Fed Fan says, "I'll miss you, Jeffrey." I think she's implying that I might get murdered by Dale. Yeah, that could be it.
No, I think what it would be is that this show, what would now I guess formally be considered the Daily Blender with Bruce would be canceled, and then you would be stuck in mornings.
It'd be one day.
Yeah,
there's no way we would let that happen permanently. So
besides, I'm asthmatic. I can't handle all that smoke.
Well, you don't have to smoke with him. He doesn't smoke in the studio. He goes outside, I believe.
That's what he shows on camera.
He goes outside.
I don't know. He goes underneath the desk a lot.
Well, that's for something else.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. All right. Well, I was all set and ready to talk about what happened with the Diamondbacks yesterday with the rain, the snow, and
sleet. I believe it was sleet.
Actual sleet. Everything that a postman would deliver mail through was enough to stop the Diamondbacks from finishing their game in the 8th inning. I was like, guys, play faster. No, we're just going to call it. We'll play it today, a couple innings, and then we'll go on to the next game.
Which is interesting to me, Jeffrey, because after five and a half, it's a complete game. It is an official game. And why the umpires continued decided to make this call and postpone it until the following day to complete the play. Not that I'm upset about it. It's just interesting to me that they chose to postpone it and finish it up today.
Yeah, I can't figure out what Major League Baseball does half the time, but we are going to talk about that in a moment. But the main thing I want to kind of talk about right now is the NFL had their meetings, had their votes, and now here are some new rules for your NFL. First off, what you need to know is the NFL is going to release their schedule May 12th.
Yeah.
So May 12th is the day we will figure out.
So we're going to set up the draft schedule tree. We're going to set up the ornaments for the release of the NFL schedule.
Right. And so there's that. May 12th,
all right.
You will get your schedule, whether you like it or not. Don't ask again, or else you'll have to wait till May 15th.
All right.
Goodell's in the mood, I'll be honest.
That sounds like.
So then they said, okay, you know that you guys wanted a rule change on penalty enforcement because what happened with the Bears and the Broncos, right? Chicago first said, hey, we need to fix some enforcing the penalties and conversions after touchdowns and stuff. And there was a whole thing between the Bears and them. And so they came back and said, all right, well, here's the deal. If you throw a pass, gets batted back to you, and then another completion, there's that. The Tom Brady issue.
I'm completely confused.
Phil, what do you know the rule?
So if you go forward, but you have a Jolly Rancher in your mouth,
yes,
that means that the pass is then illegal.
Right.
However, if it's just a regular stick of gum, not Wrigley's, but just a regular stick of gum,
right,
then it counts for a 2-point conversion, not the
exactly.
full touchdown.
Yeah, that's it right there. Don't you read
Clear
these
as
things?
mud.
Yeah. I don't honestly know. It's a couple of different rule changes on penalty enforcement.
Right. Have they fixed pass interference yet?
No, not even a little bit on that.
So we're still dilly-dallying around with this rule, which means absolutely nothing.
Something to do with chewing gum.
But they can't.
Sure.
They can't seem to fix the pass interference rule.
No, they can't. I don't think they're interested in doing that.
Uh-huh.
But so now there will be enforcement of all accepted penalties on consecutive conversion tries. Does that help you out there?
No.
And then that whole thing with Tom Brady, you throw a pass, you can't count the penalty.
Yeah.
You can't. Another thing that they did is they passed the expanded jersey number rule.
Oh, neato.
Yes,
now jerseys can go up to 258.
Neato.
I don't know why 58, but 258, you can have a jersey number between 1 and 258.
Why?
I don't know. Because somebody wanted it.
Well, probably because of all these jersey retirements, they were going to run out sooner or later.
Oh, please.
No, wait. Oh, no, I got that wrong. That was my suggestion that was rejected. Here's the deal. Now jerseys with the numbers in single digits can be worn by defensive backs, linebackers, running backs, fullbacks, tight ends, halfbacks, and wide receivers. Defensive backs and linebackers can wear any number from 1 to 49. Running backs and the fullbacks, the tight ends, the halfbacks, and wide receivers, they can wear 1 to 49 and also 80 to 89. So they've just sort of shook the Etch-a-Sketch of numbers and said, do whatever the hell you want.
So now I'm going to see some 350-pound defensive edge rusher. He's going to be wearing like number 2.
I just like 2. Yeah, it doesn't sound right, does it? Doesn't sound right at all.
And you know who still gets shorted in all of this?
Kyler Murray.
No.
Oh,
wow.
That's one for you.
What? I'm just saying he's already number 1, isn't he? Is he a number 1? This is number.
And that's one for you.
I just said it's just 1.
Yeah.
It's the offensive linemen. The big sexies up front still don't get any love. They still are reduced to the number 99s. And
those guys don't care.
I think they care.
I don't think they care. The bigger the number, the bigger the man.
See, now this is where I'd love to have Dale on the phone or right here in the studio. We could ask him, what do you think of
he
this
won't
rule,
come in
Dale?
here. We got no donuts.
Well, we could
Just
fix
saying.
that. I mean, if Phil comes in, he's the last one to come in. He can bring
All
the
right,
donuts.
call Dale.
Call Dale. Okay, I'll do that right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I would like to know what he has to say about this. I mean, you're talking big sexy. You got to talk Dale Hellestrae.
Yeah, I don't have Dale's number right in front.
I don't have Dale's number at all.
Yeah, I think there's a reason he won't give us his number.
Wow.
Because we might call him. So
But
yeah,
maybe he'll text in.
Yeah?
He has before, and he will again.
Yeah, through various stages of consciousness.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
here's another thing: the NFL's passed a rule designed to give kicking teams a better chance at getting the onside kicks. It's just getting weird, isn't it?
What?
It's just getting weird. So here's the new rule: it'll require the receiving team to have no more than 9 players lined up in the setup zone, which is defined as the area between 10 and 25 yards from the spot of the kickoff, which makes it easier. So, like, you can't just have them all on the one side because then they'll kick it to the other. So that just makes less of their players available to go leap on the ball on an onside kick.
Oh, I hate this. Why don't they just change? I don't want the onside kick in. I think it offers too much opportunity to get hurt. I think it really stands out as a. I think it stands out as a method and way for the teams to not really gain an honest attempt to make a comeback. If it was me, Randy, tell me if you would enjoy this. The team gets they have a 4th and 20 attempt if they want a 4th and 20, and if they
What are
convert
you
it,
talking about? 4th and 20.
so the team that wants to regain a possession automatically takes the field on their 10-yard line and has to attempt a
So
4th
wait a
and
minute.
20.
If you just scored a touchdown and you're down 2 touchdowns, you just scored a touchdown.
Absolutely.
You're going to try to get the ball back.
Yes.
And you go an onside kick and you get the ball back. How How are you going to tell the other team, oh, you know what? We want the ball back. So what we're going to do here is enforce this new rule. We're going to call it the Speedo rule, where Phil has invented this rule where you get to actually have the ball for one play at 4th and 20. And if you get to keep that, you think the other team is going to do that?
No.
No, I think the league would, because they know that there's no chance right now.
Then you're like, wait, you're never getting the ball back. Because here's what's going to happen in the first quarter. Every time somebody gets a touchdown, they pull that nonsense, and it's just the other team never gets the ball again.
Okay, so they make it 4th and 25, but I still think at least you're keeping the kickers and punters who aren't real people here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree on that.
Yeah,
sure,
so
but
then why are we making them more and more pivotal towards regaining?
Here's the thing. The onside kick is one of those things that's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be a difficult thing. You're not supposed to easily get that ball back. And I get it. It's, ever since they changed the way the kicking works, for safety, this is the way it is. So I honestly am curious to see how this thing is going to play out, because if you make it harder, for the team doing the onside kick, but not impossible, then it's still, you kind of even out your statistics on that. As far as safety goes, Phil, safety is not an issue, because the onside kick at that distance and how much far people are running, no, there was not. As soon as they changed it to this version of the onside kick, there is no safety issue at all. Who got hurt on an onside kick yesterday? I mean, nobody.
Yesterday.
I mean, in the past
yesteryear,
season.
you mean? Yeah. Well, all I know is the onside kick success dropped from 21% to 6% once this new rule was. It shouldn't.
Did you want it to stay 21%?
Yes, that's exciting.
Yeah,
that's exciting. That's a 1 out of 5 chance. That's what I want.
He's right about this, though. Every time we saw an onside kick this last season,
you went up to get nachos.
I was say, there's no way. There's no way that's going to work.
The reason why the Atlanta Falcons and Dallas Cowboys game was so weird is because that watermelon kick succeeded.
Here's an idea.
Wait,
don't get yourself into a scoring situation where you need the onside
Somebody kicks watermelons during a game now? What the hell kind of new rules are coming out of the NFL?
Yeah, because then aren't they in season? They're not always in season.
No.
So that's a seasonal fruit. That's a seasonal fruit,
and then
Phil.
Don't forget that there's watermelon grapes.
What?
The grapes that taste like watermelons.
No.
Or no, that's cotton candy.
Is that like GMO stuff where like we're all going to sprout
that's
extra
all
penises?
weird. That's weird.
Yeah. It's watermelon. Excuse me. It's cotton candy grapes.
By the way, was that a little disconcerting when you actually saw me do that live?
Yeah.
That sound effect?
It was pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
I thought I talking. He was like,
I thought I pressed something.
What the hell was that?
That's not my boo button.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been able to do that. And it's freaked out a lot of teachers when I was in school. It's in the back of the room. And I'm not moving my mouth, of course. Yeah. Baker's Cocky Hen says, go back to the old onside kick rule, but make them kick it from their own 2-yard line.
Ooh, so there's a risk reward.
Yeah, now see, I like this. All right, if you're going to go onside, then instead of kicking it from the, what do they kick from right now, the 25?
Sure.
Okay. Well, normal kickoff is from the 25, I think. 30.
I don't know.
Used to be the 40.
I don't know.
Anyway, you back them up. Yeah, okay, onside kick from the 10-yard line.
Boomer Sooner is jealous.
Oh, why is he jealous?
Because he can't cry like a baby like you?
No, he says, gee, Jeffrey, we've known each other a lot longer than the Eagle guy. You don't say I'm a real cool guy? What's up, man? I said you're a real cool guy. Although you used to threaten to beat me up back in the day, if you remember that correctly. That's going to leave a bit of a mark of on the old brain. But no, you're a cool guy, Boomer Sooner. I'll give you props. Blissful Hayes says teams will go for it on every 4th down. The entertainment value skyrockets 500%. No more boring kicking game.
There we
that
go.
brings football games to a grinding halt.
Yeah, guys, you aren't
Get
buying
rid
into
of the
this.
kickers,
You guys
punters, and all game announcers. Increase viewership. All 3 are boring and not needed. You're welcome.
See, you guys aren't buying into this. 4th and 20, 4th and 25, 4th and 30. I don't care what it is, but I want a different way for them to keep and remain in possession and therefore make the games mean something.
No.
Why do you watch, if nothing else, in the 4th quarter of NBA games, even if it's a blowout? Because the 3 allows them to make these astronomical comebacks, and it makes the end more interesting.
He's very passionate about this, and I don't know. I have no idea why.
I don't know either.
I've not seen him get this passionate about things he should be passionate about.
Well,
the onside kick.
You want to talk
Phil's
about
loss
Speedos?
is mine.
Let's talk about Speedos.
We're not talking about Speedos.
Oh, boy.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, Diamondbacks win. Diamondbacks win. Did they just win? Did I miss it? Why is
I
it
don't
on
know.
my screen?
It wasn't on the TV that I saw. I was looking for it.
God damn it. Screaming Eagle says, I think the new onside kick rules might be a fun development, actually. Again, here is the new rule. Requires the receiving team to have no more than 9 players lined up in the setup zone. And that is the area between 10 and 25 yards from the spot of kickoff. And so I guess that is what we have to deal with next season. So
Diamondbacks do indeed win.
whether you like it or not, Phil, it's happening. So when does the next game start? Like give them like a half hour or something off, or what?
Yeah, give them a nice quick spritz of a shower and then go back out there.
Cricky.
All right, everybody. We have oranges, we have Capri Sun, and if you have a peanut allergy, you probably want to stay away from Cooler 3. But we do have. We're very excited about this. Marge's homemade granola bars.
Oh, yay!
So yeah, and we also need a moment of silence because we didn't tell that one guy about it, and he choked to death from his peanut allergy.
Oh.
He was just third string. It's okay.
Oh.
Anyways, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, it's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Let me get right back to you. Sandra, those banners go out tonight. Can you pack them?
Indeed, those unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
On machine 4.
Like at Monica's Print Shop. To fulfill orders on time, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Free speech is priceless. It is now 13 years since Summit Male Medical started helping men overcome the effects of erectile dysfunction, premature issues, and low testosterone. And the only way we could help was to be able to get the message out that we could help. Thank you, free speech. We've had to deal with these sensitive topics and inform the public that we can help and we guarantee to help with ED, or we won't charge you. These are issues that break apart relationships and then in turn families. And without freedom of speech, we would have not been able to help the tens and tens of thousands of guys here at Summit Male Medical. If you're one of the millions that still need help with ED, PE, or low T, call 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. Free speech. Ideas and information are not to be afraid of, but they should be discussed openly. So make that call to Summit Medical to start that discussion to get you the help you need. 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. We are here to help.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona Prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintine, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, Super Bowl 55.
Super Bowl 55 is in the history books, but we aren't kicking up our feet and waiting. The 2021 season has begun. And there's already been a lot of action because the NFL never takes a nap. Free agency, pro days, hirings and firings, the draft, training camp, and more. We will keep you in the know with all the news, insights, and analysis. Football is always in season here. Your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. You can hear us on 99.3 FM, 95.9 FM in the East Valley, and always at 1580thefanatic.com. We're taking a look at some of these new rules that were approved by the NFL. What is the owners, right? They all voted on it, or is there just like a committee? How's that work? It is just the owners.
Well,
voting, right?
I think the owners actually have to ratify it, but I believe there is a rules committee that's made up of coaches, players, and owners, and they all get together and talk about some of these rules. And how to adjust and how to make them better.
Yeah, the NFL owners approved it.
Okay. All right. So that's what's going on. I got more for you. Let's see here.
Oh, boy.
They have approved expanded duties.
Boy.
Yeah, duty. For the replay officials. That's right. They said here's what will happen there. The replay officials will be allowed to advise on-field officials on specific objective aspects of play when clear and obvious video evidence is present and or to address game administration issues.
So now wait a minute here.
Yes.
This sounds an awful lot like the eye in the sky that you've been calling for, Jeffco.
Yep. The Alan Parsons project is starting to come to fruition, but not exactly the way I hoped it would be. I was hoping there'd be a guy sitting there watching and be like, hey, idiot, you missed it. And then they would go, oh, we missed it. And then they'd fix it. Or, the pass interference call that the Saints were upset about and the Rams and all that. This guy here has the ability to jump in on stuff, but I'm not exactly sure what their range is, if you know what I mean. What are they allowed to get into? Don't know that yet.
Well, if he's allowed to get in and help the officiating, the field crew make the calls, I would imagine he's allowed to get involved in everything.
Yeah, but I don't think he can stop play and say, you guys missed one. I don't think that's a thing. I think that it's at the end of a play, if there's somebody looking at it, he can go,
I see. Okay.
Hey, guys, I saw that over here. This is the thing, even if they have not asked for a replay.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how this works. But, listen, nothing stops mistakes. Nothing does. But maybe this will be one of those things where some of the more egregious ones get, hey, Bob, heck, you might want to look at this. Another thing that they are saying, and I don't agree with this. The NFL is saying, okay, the chairman of the NFL competition committee said they've been too lax in enforcing taunting. Well, wait a second, though.
They're too lax in enforcing taunting?
Right.
So a guy gets a sack and he starts, opening up the chest for the Superman and then going around.
Well, doing that, no. Doing a celebration is not what he's talking about. It's when kind of like when Tyreek Hill would do two fingers piece and whatever, or stand over a player and do the thing you were just talking about. Just simply celebrating is not what they're going after. They're going after taunts. Well, can I just say, I don't mind the taunts. I mean, when that guy went back to Tyreek Hill and did it to him, like, problem solved. He came back and he showed Tyreek Hill up with his play.
But he got flagged for it, though.
Yeah, and that's garbage because there's Tyreek Hill doing that, and he didn't get flagged. So I think that might even be what has inspired this change, where they are now going to be looking more for the taunting. I think that's stupid. I mean, a little bit of taunting. I mean, if there's a point where it's crazy stupid.
Healthy amount of taunting, if you will.
Yeah, I'm not looking for players to give each other the finger and get away with it, but a little bit of and then you just kind of go on your merry way. They're saying stuff down there. It's not demonstrative physically, but they're saying stuff there. In the scrum, they're saying stuff out there running down the field. Wide receivers and cornerbacks are constantly jibber jabbering at each other.
I mean, the defense is taunting the quarterback from the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. I'm going to hit you so hard, your kids will come out dizzy.
Yeah,
they're saying worse stuff than even that. I think going after people for taunting, you got to be careful, because then there is a certain line where you're going after the celebrations that Phil is talking about and saying, well, that's taunting. You've over celebrated. That's taunting. Now, suddenly we got that guy from the Key and Peele sketch where it's like 3 pumps with your hips is a penalty. So 2 pumps is fine. And then the ref got down there, was staring at his crotch with his whistle, waiting for the next pump. Seriously, if you haven't watched Key and Peele, you really miss a lot of really great sports humor. But anyway, I don't know how I feel about this one.
I don't know.
I think it's hard to really officiate, because if you go too far on it, then it really takes a lot of the fun aspects of the NFL, and then it goes back to that whole moniker, the no fun league. But at the same time, if it leads to fights and it leads to interactions that you would rather not be seen and shown and really slow down the game, even at a game functionality level, then I think that that's fine that they go above and beyond. I think I'd err on the side with you, Jeffrey, where I just let them play and let them be responsible adults. But some people would misuse it.
Remember that ref that came out and says, and they're down there and he's giving them the business. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of miss fights, let them fight. As long as you're not trying to clobber a dude with his helmet, let him scuffle it up a little bit here and there. It seems like it's just gotten kind of soft out
yeah. There. And to be honest with you, I didn't take issue with Tyreek Hill throwing a peace sign like later. Yeah. And he didn't react when that guy got him back, payback on the other side. You didn't see Tyreek Hill, get all upset about it.
Listen, there have been many circumstances where if somebody says something, even on this show, you're like, that's fair. And that's probably what Tyreek Hill was thinking. He's like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But then there's always these guys who even the teeniest little taunt and then now, it's go time. Yeah. And then it goes out of control.
And there's some guys who make a living within the NFL as defensive people. And they make a living out of taunting other people, getting under their skin because you throw them out, but they have to throw out the offensive player, and it's not a fair trade. It's their third nickel cornerback in the Saints, and then it's the number one option in the Bears offense, and then now the Bears have no offense and game over.
You're a goon, Harry. So those are some of the rules and changes that they've made. I'm sure there's going to be more that we'll find out here over the next day or two about what's gone down there. Again, a lot of this stuff, try it out on college kids, before you bring it to the NFL. Make sure it works someplace else. Listen, hey, how about we just make a deal? All right, Canadian Football League, here's what's going to happen. We're going to give you new rules. You're going to use them for a year before we do. And that we get an idea of what works and what doesn't. And how will we repay you? We won't make fun of you so much. I think that's
we won't attack
exchange.
your country.
No.
We'll allow you to be up there for one more season.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's basically the America's storage container.
Yeah.
As soon as we run out of stuff,
Cold storage.
We're popping that thing open.
Yeah.
We're not even having an auction. We're going getting it.
Yeah. Cold storage.
We're coming for your maple syrup, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Anyway, Blissful Hayes says, hey, instead of those needless announcers, mic up all the players so everybody can hear the smack talk going on. SEC should allow all foul language. No censorship. Game would be so much more interesting and fun to watch.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. You could do that on cable or you could do that on satellite. You just can't do that on regular TV.
They could do it probably on Amazon.
Yeah, sure. Or Hulu or whatever. And they just announced that is the Red Zone moving exclusively to Hulu, or is that also available on Hulu like it's also available on DirecTV?
I believe it's an addition, but I'll look.
Yeah. So if you got if you've pulled the plug, no, that's on grandma.
Cut the
if
cable.
you cut the cable.
Yeah.
I got to be careful what I say on that.
Well, you do. I mean, that right there. Yeah. My grandmas are all dead.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
We have that in common, Randy.
Mm.
My mom, however,
Yeah.
is alive.
Mine's not. She's dead.
Yeah. What was I talking about? All right, Hulu has got the Red Zone. That's it. That's all. That was all I was trying to say. But Phil's going to get the details for us because I can't be bogged down by details. If you've listened to this show for even a day, you know that already.
Yeah.
I can't get bogged down by the damn details.
No.
Thunder Snow says, can we talk about the new Speedo summer? No, we're not talking about Speedos, Thunder Snow. Knock it off.
No.
Hey, let's be passionate about something on this show for once that matters.
Yeah.
Speedos.
Oh, I was going to say who we're replacing Phil with, but that's fine. We don't, whatever you want. Mr. Pringle says, how about this? Get rid of all kicking and punting. Rochambeau for it. Rock, paper, scissors. Now, listen, there is a place for some kicking. I mean, hey, we're going to keep calling it football. There's got to be feet involved in there somewhere, right? So a punt, that's actually all right. I don't mind that. Kicking the field goal or the extra point, I'm okay with that.
See, personally, I think that you could do a lot with this game by getting rid of the punt.
Really?
Now the extra point or the field goal, yes, I like that. But I think you could get rid of the punt and it would still be a very interesting game. You make these guys go for a 4th down and 18 or whatever instead of punting the ball away. I mean, do you know how many times I was watching a game last year? It was 4th and 1 and they punted the ball away.
If you're watching the Broncos, quite a bit.
How much more fun would it be if you're
We didn't gain
forced?
9 yards.
You don't have a punter, and you're forced to go ahead and run that play.
So that was funny.
Yourself or what I said?
No, what you said.
Oh,
We didn't gain 9 yards. It's never been 4th and 1 for the Broncos.
we're looking at 4th and 5.
Yeah.
But anyways,
That's optimistic.
by the way, Hulu will be an addition to wherever you can normally find Red Zone.
Some people just love that red zone. I don't. I want to see. I mean, I did use it a couple times this last season just to see what it was like, and I'd rather watch the entire game. Well, the reason I had it up is because I had a bunch of I had a game here, and a game there, and I was like kind of curious what's going on over there. And I thought, okay, we'll just see what the interesting stuff is over there for fantasy football stuff. And even in that way, I didn't care for it because I like to watch the entirety of it.
Yeah.
There is drama on first, second, third down, and there's drama before you get to the red zone, and there's things that happen that give you an indication of what's happening. Because sometimes you just click in and they're in the red zone and they're suddenly on. It doesn't mean it's going to be something special. It's more of a story. I can't stand tidbit. Okay, now we're going over this team for this tidbit. But I didn't give me the damn game.
But that works if you're looking specifically for the Cardinals game and they're going against the Titans or something. You want to see that. You want to watch the full narrative unfold in front of you. But if it's the Eagles Cincinnati Bengals game, I'm fine with just watching the scoring to keep up with it and watch them drive and see how each offense works in case we're playing the Bengals next week or something.
I think our society is becoming a 40 characters or less society. Everything has got to be quick and to the point. People don't have time, like newspapers. Nobody has time to read newspapers anymore. They get their news feeds on their phones or on their iPads or on their computer feeds. Nobody has time to sit around anymore. There's so much going on, and I think those are the type of people that enjoy the red zone. They just want to see. They want to see the end result.
That was the nicest, longest way you've ever gone to say, "Damn millennials."
Yeah.
Well,
I think the last time I read a physical newspaper, I was reading a sports column in high school while at a deli, reading how the Cardinals lost again.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah.
Prison Wallet says, my make-a-wish is for Phil to shut the hell up.
Well,
I have a make-a-wish too. If I ever end up with the cancer or something, I have a make-a-wish.
Do you?
No.
I know I've been telling you this for years. You know this.
No.
I want to punch a zebra. That's my make-a-wish. If I ever end up like getting ready to kick the bucket,
you want to
make
punch a zebra.
Yes, I've always wanted to and I mean with a full fist punch a zebra in the face, a full-grown zebra, not a baby zebra. What, are you sick? I want to go up to and just bam, and just cold cock him right there. I might break my hand.
You realize that the zebra's probably going to retaliate and kill you.
They may not even notice the punch because I got the cancer. So, yeah. But the other thing is they got big old horse faces, right? And yeah, you're right. It's a fair fight, Phil. They could come back at me. I know this going in, but I've always wanted those arrogant, stuck up. Look at me. I got stripes. Am I black with white stripes or white with black stripes? You'll never know. No, science knows you're black with white stripes. But it's more about maybe it's just my thing with referees. I just want to punch a damn zebra.
I think that's what it is.
Just once. I'm not saying that I'm going to go UFC and hammer fist the zebra until it, blood comes out of its giant nose. I just want to come up to it and go, pow! I want to punch a zebra.
Wow.
I think I can safely say you stand alone in this.
This is my make-a-wish, Phil. This has nothing to do with you.
I think John Cena gets more use than the zebra on the Make-a-Wish.
I don't want to punch John Cena. He'd kill me. That dude is huge.
Yeah.
But then again, you are going to die anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I'm already dying, my make-a-wish is to finally punch one of those bastard zebras right in the face.
Wow.
And if the zebra does what Phil is saying, Phil, I like how Phil's like, oh, gee, the zebra could kill you. Really, Phil? Unlike what I'm already dying of, if I have a make-a-wish to punch a zebra.
What if you're dying of diabetes? Like it's slow, but it's manageable.
You don't get a make-a-wish for diabetes.
Says who?
You get told, hey, stop eating all that stuff, you fat ass, and stop having diabetes. Except for the people who are, I guess, born with it.
But here's the thing. Would you stop eating fried chicken?
No.
See?
I had some fried chicken last night.
Did you?
Yeah, Fry's fried chicken.
Oh.
The wife thought she'd surprise me.
And was it good?
He was back to good again.
Really?
I think my shaming them on Twitter.
Well, congratulations.
Starting the investigation has brought our chicken back to normal.
Take care of y'all chicken.
But I'm still going to make it at home.
I think you should try, man.
What if there's an apocalypse,
right?
That is set off, let's say, a guy goes and punches a zebra and accidentally it releases some sort of virus out of its nose. And then we have a whole nother pandemic. Only this one's not so easy on us. And now it's the apocalypse.
Now you got the brain-eating virus that's floating around.
So that means I'd have to then make the Fry's fried chicken by myself.
Well,
and it might be made out of my neighbors, but I want it to taste like the Fry's fried chicken.
I can understand why.
So anyways, the point of the story is Fry's fried chicken back to normal, but I still want to make it. What? Oh, is it okay? All right. We'll catch up on the text line and more NFL stuff and other things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. The hell was that?
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Let me get right back to you. Sandra, those banners go out tonight. Can you pack them?
Indeed, those unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
On machine 4.
Like at Monica's Print Shop. To fulfill orders on time, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Distracted driving is dangerous, Arizona. When you pick up your phone to send a text message, you're putting lives at risk. When you pick up your phone to take a call, you're putting lives at risk. When you pick up your phone to check an email, you're putting lives at risk. And now, when you pick up your phone while driving, it's also against the law in Arizona. Don't get a ticket. Don't pick up your phone. Sponsored by Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
The Fanatic.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I was taking a look at the Suns getting ready to play the 76ers.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with the 4-letter network anyway?
Wait, I need confirmation before we begin.
What?
Are we in the week-long treaty or not?
We should be.
We should be or we are?
I ain't going to talk any crap about the Lakers if you don't talk crap about the Suns.
Okay. Good.
And you don't even try that little subtle backhanded thing you're going to do if we do any analysis on the Suns. We can see through that. Yeah, but I'm looking at the matchup predictor on the 4-letter network thing, and it says that the Philadelphia 76ers have a 55.9% chance of winning this game.
Well, I'm telling you, ESPN has got a problem with Arizona.
So if Phil, you can be honest, but be nice. Is that a correct thought process that the 76ers are that much better than the Suns?
I don't think it's a matter of they're that much better. I think it's just a poor matchup for them. Think about for most teams that the Suns face outside of the Jazz, really, they have a matchup advantage with DeAndre Ayton just in the pick and roll. And so going down there to where in Philadelphia, that's probably one of the last few places and last few teams that have a true center that can withstand the size of DeAndre Ayton and match him both defensively and offensively. It almost seems like they're going to nullify Ayton. And anytime that they played in the past, it's really been a mismatch in favor of Joel Embiid. So I think that's really where, with Joel Embiid clogging up the paint for the other side and being able to do whatever he wants because of just his size, I think that's where they're really foreshadowing such a blowout.
Well, this is where you're going to keep your damn mouth shut, because I'm going to say this is a good thing. And it's a good thing because from what you're saying, DeAndre Ayton needs some more practice against this kind of guy, this guy right here. So this is actually win or lose. It's a good moment for DeAndre Ayton to try to step up and find ways of beating a guy like that.
Think of like in the national championship game for the NCAA men's basketball. I think had the Gonzaga team faced Baylor earlier in the season like they had scheduled to, I think that game's a little bit closer. Maybe not, maybe the still same result, but not as much of a blowout from end to end as we saw earlier.
Right.
So there's at least something to be said for one, seeing a team on tape and being able to scheme against them. And then you going out there, getting your mouth punched and then realizing, oh, this is not going to work. And at least getting some real physical sense of how that matchup fares out, maybe make some personal readjustments, what have you.
All right. So they have not played the 76ers yet this year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we played them once before, and we played them.
Preseason?
No, we played them earlier this season here in Phoenix.
I'm not seeing it on the schedule thing, the full schedule.
Yes, they beat Philadelphia February 13th, 120-111.
Was that preseason?
I don't believe so. No,
that
was sorry. The list I was looking at didn't show all of it. There we go. I got it now. Hey, who won that game? I'm sorry.
The Phoenix Suns.
All right. So they can handle that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. Thank you for your civility and not talking crap. Now let's talk about those losers on the Lakers. Kidding, not kidding, but kidding. Let's catch up on the text line here. Fish Tank is on the Summit Dale Medical text line.
Hey, how we doing, buddy?
Says, I missed the show yesterday. Just want to remind Phil the Suns beat the Bucks. That's all. Fed Fan says, isn't Embiid questionable tonight?
Well, he has been struggling with some back issues. I don't know if it's a serious, a serious injury of any sort. Obviously, he's able to play, but I don't think he's going to miss this game. A lot of people believe this game is a precursor to a potential NBA Finals matchup.
I would have said the Nets, but they've got their issues right now, don't they?
Yeah.
Things not going good as James Harden is out indefinitely, is what they're saying.
Yeah, well, he said he had a what do you call that?
Hammy.
Well, yeah, but he had a
herpes.
No, he didn't have herpes.
I don't know what you're talking about. He had a
He
hamstring issue.
He had a setback in his therapy on his hamstring.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all he said. He had a hamstring issue.
And everybody's having setbacks.
He had
in
a
their hammies.
setback.
Oh, you know what else is a setback? Herpes. And if he was ever with a Kardashian,
well, I bet he has it already. Could be.
What were we on? Oh yeah. So Harden's like, oh, I gotta take care of the hamstring. Got to pick up the Valtrex. I got to get this all going. Ukla says, hey, Randy, you're the only one Ukla likes.
Hey, Ukla.
Cheese Skulls Burner says, you have an air fryer and yet you still get fried chicken. No, my wife got it because she knows I love it.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to see if they'd fix their ways. But I'm telling you, I just said this, Chief Skulls Burner. I said, I still want to buy the chicken and make it from the recipe from fries.
Now, you know what yesterday was, right? It's Tuesday. That means it's
Taco Wednesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, well, for me, it's whatever other day.
And Miss Kim surprised me when I got home. She had the tacos ready to go, baby.
Nice.
Woo! Yeah.
I love
Tuesday
the taco
in the White House.
Dude, but it's Wednesday. And
today's Wednesday.
Biden had tacos too?
Tacos. There's no
You
tacos.
had tacos too?
No, Biden had tacos too.
No,
tacos in the White House.
Randy White House.
Randy White House.
Not the White House.
Listen, man, try to stay up with the show, will you?
God, Phil. So with you having the tacos, then that was a bonus for me because you didn't eat your leftover pulled pork, and so you brought it in today.
Yeah, where's the pulled pork anus?
Oh, okay.
No.
Don't ever call it that again. Look at me, being serious. Don't ever call it that again.
Okay.
Because you're going to ruin it for me and a lot of other people.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I was going to say, if you're nice, he may have a little bit. You can have a taste of.
I saved you some pulled pork, even though you call it that ridiculous word.
Yeah, no more calling it anus. So
I mean, anatomically,
it's not
I'm correct.
anatomic. You don't eat the balloon nut. You don't eat the little doorbell. You just the stuff around it is the pork butt.
Anatomically, you both are wrong. It actually comes from the shoulder of the pig.
So then why do they call it pig butt?
I don't
Good
know.
point.
I don't know.
It's a good point. Or they call it a headbutt.
Because you hit it with your head.
So it's the butt. It's not the butt in the butt. It's the butt of a rifle. It's the butt of the head.
Yeah.
It's the butt named Phil. There you go. All of those things. Blissful Hayes says all NFL players need to be equipped with switchblade knives. That'll increase the and that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, that may have worked back when OJ played, but not anymore.
No.
Says being nice isn't funny. Arguments about the Suns, Lakers, that's good radio. Talking bleep is comedy. No treaty. No treaty between Jeffrey and Filthy. Thunder Snow says Harden has hammy and herpes.
Wow.
Well, we know about one. We're guessing about the other. So
The man's had to overcome so much in his MVP case.
yeah. Sparrow Square says, you know what they should do? Make it so you can only punt if you're behind the 40-yard line. Why? What would the benefit of that be?
Oh, because if you're behind the 40-yard line and you fail to convert whatever it would be, then you're giving the other team and the other offense a massive advantage to score.
Hey.
So therefore, if you're above the 40-yard line, then it's all fair in love and war.
The damn scoring would go up. The games would be quicker. There'd be a hell of a lot less of these crazy punt return injuries. I propose. I propose today.
I do.
No,
Oh,
Jeffrey.
oh,
you
thought
already
you were-
said no before. I'm not going to do that.
Now maybe I'm saying yes.
I mean, that was
but
very
okay.
embarrassing.
Sorry.
I had arranged the dinner. We had the
You know,
mariachi band.
I don't
there.
like surprises.
Was really
I just-
upset that you said no.
I had
And
time to think about it.
then I had to go into the marmalade and find the damn ring, and
Yeah.
that'll never happen again. You
I
had
don't know
your
why
chance.
you think I'd like marmalade. Yeah, I think you've known me all these years. Maybe
It was
maybe
a
I'd say
fancy,
yes if you put it in the right thing.
It was a fancy damn. I put in the right thing before, pal, and it was a fancy dinner.
You know, when you get like this,
What were we talking about?
I just hate it when
you wonder why I won't marry you.
I just hate it when the folks fight.
You shut up, Phil. That's, I think, the bottom line on all this. You shut up.
Yeah, I'm the one that can bring us all together.
You're tearing this family apart.
What?
The rare case where the kid is the reason for the divorce.
You're the reason Daddy and Daddy drink.
Okay, let's have a drink to that.
It's going to be one of those shows, isn't it? Boomer Sooner has a very good idea. Instead of just call it pork gluteus maximus.
No, it's pork. You know what, guys? Just call it a pork shoulder.
Okay.
There
Well,
we go.
whatever it was.
Pork shoulder.
Oh, I loved having your meat in my mouth.
Thank
that
you.
was some tasty, and the sauce was incredible. Why would you
Why
do
are you
that?
doing that?
We're talking about some pulled pork and some really great tasting food. Why do you got to be weird, Phil?
If great food doesn't elicit a response and a standing ovation, I don't know what does.
Wow.
I don't even know what to do about this kid. I don't know if you should even give him any of this anymore. So, random texter says, "Yeah, pork shoulder or pork butt because it's the rear shoulder. That's why they call it that. It's
Oh.
a shoulder, but it's the rear shoulder.
Wait,
There's 4 legs on a cow.
Oh,
Phil,
the rear shoulder.
or
Sorry.
even
And a
on a
pig.
pig."
A cow and a pig. Damn it!
Fish Tank says, "Randy, I want to try to fire up the smoker for the first time this weekend.
Yeah?
What's the easiest meat to make for someone who's probably going to jack this up on his first try?"
Oh boy, what kind of a grill is it? Are you using the barbecue? The
It's a
charcoal
smoker. I
It's
see
a
what you're saying.
it's a smoker.
Is it pellet? Is it
pellet? What are you using?
You using some mesquite?
Give me
there?
some information. I'll try to help you out.
And here's the best tip I've ever given anybody. When in doubt, slow cook that thing because you can't unovercook something. Once you get to a certain point, you're screwed. But you keep it slow. You kind of check on things, and later on you'll get to be like Randy, who can just in his head know exactly what's going on and doesn't have to ever peek at the meat. He just
you're talking about smoking. Okay.
Yeah. So the slower the better when you're trying to find your feet on how you're going to handle your meat. Hey, that rhymed there, right there. Thank you very much.
You're a poet and don't even realize it.
I know.
You're a poet and you don't even know it.
That doesn't make sense, Phil. What he said makes way more sense. God damn.
Can you stay up with the show, Phil?
So
I'm
annoying.
trying. I'm just so far behind.
So, all right, I do have to ask this question about James Harden.
Yeah.
Real injury or I'm going to take a break injury?
I think it's a real injury because the Nets, they're trying to get to that number 1 seed because this year the number 1 and number 2 seed are going to have very favorable matchups, more so than even in years past because of those play-in tournaments. So they're already going to they'll have some opportunity to rest. They'll have an opportunity to get a unrested opponent. I think that there's a lot that made them strive towards getting one of those upper echelon seeds. And now with only Kyrie Irving playing sometimes, not playing, Kevin Durant having a hamstring, they certainly want them all. You need some time to have conditioning and you need some time to have chemistry set in for those three. I don't care who you are, no matter how great you are, you need some time.
What did you see the injury happen, Phil? To
yeah,
Harden?
he was limping off a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
No.
See, look, I can fake one too.
No.
Yeah, I need somebody to come in for me.
Bruce, get in here.
No, I'm better.
You said the magic word.
But you see what I'm saying there? If you know, and you get the fellas gather around, whose turn is it for some rest? It's my turn. All right, well then you go ahead and fake it. We'll back you up on it. The doctor's ready. Sweet.
Yeah. When I saw him have the injury, it wasn't even that melodramatic. It was he kind of grabbed at it as he was.
Well, but no, that was the initial one. That was the initial one.
Right. The initial one, he just kind of grabbed at it. He walked off the court and he called for a timeout or whatever, and they were able to get another guy on the floor. But it wasn't that major of a thing.
But the setback in question happened during a rehab process. So
I am a remarkable actor, though. Harden.
Above all else,
more
beyond
subtle,
our discussion.
But I am an amazing actor, so I can pull that off.
I've always said
for
that.
someone like Harden, they're like, just do this, and then don't oversell it.
Yeah.
And that way,
you think you could oversell a heart attack? James. Too soon.
Wow.
Chief Skull's burner phone says, is smoking with a compressed sawdust pellet actually smoking with wood or dust?
Well, you listen, I don't judge anybody if they want to get into the great hobby of smoking and smoking meat. It can be a wonderful experience. So I'm not judging anybody. I choose to use the charcoal and the cured quality weathered oak or cherry wood or pecan or whatever you can. A lot of different choices there. So I'm not. But if somebody if they're just starting and they're just learning about this, I'm not judging them if they get one of those Traegers and kind of learn as you go and then expand as you get better at it. That's all.
Boy. The text line is cracking me up here.
Is it about wood or meat?
Yeah, a little bit about everything right now. Somebody wants to dress Phil up like a zebra. Skull thinks that's Jeffrey's climax. That's not his injury sound.
Oh, boy.
Fed fan says, I wonder if Kevin Durant is wishing he had stayed at Golden State. Why anyone would want to deal with the drama that is the Nets is beyond me.
That's funny. That's funny coming from Fed fan, but it's true. It is true.
Yeah.
Jagdog says, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry, all questionable tonight. All right.
Wow.
So what should be an easy win for the Phoenix Suns is probably going to be a hellish struggle and a possible loss.
Boy, I hope not.
I sure want them to get over that. All right, guys, that is 1 hour down and 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic. Shut up, Phil.
I want pork butt.
Let me get right back to you. Sandra, those banners go out tonight. Can you pack them?
Indeed, knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
On machine 4.
Like at Monica's Print Shop. To fulfill orders on time, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now, you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention the Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win. It's been 3 short tracks in a row, and it's time to open it up. NASCAR heads to Talladega this weekend for the Geico 500. Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway, and your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's weird to hear a spot for Harman Solar when it's cloudy or rainy out, right? That doesn't happen very often here in Phoenix, does it? We get over 300 days of sunshine every year. And those other days, well, even then, your solar panels are pulling every last dime they can out of that sun. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. These are people you can trust. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com. Harman Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and we are all in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. 888-368-1580. That's the Summit Mail Medical text line, and that is how you text in, and you get to be part of the show. We had a lot of stuff on the text line that I got to take care of here before we move on to the next thing. So let's get that done right here, right now. Okay, Shamoy says, the only thing I smoke is drugs and pole, boys.
Wow.
Happy 421. What?
Amen.
I am not going to ask you what that means. I'm just going to keep moving. A-Wings22 says, from a Sixers beat reporter that, yeah, Seth Curry, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, and Ben Simmons all questionable on the injury report. So I guess we'll see what happens when the Suns play here in just a few minutes. Screaming Eagle says, Randy, it's really windy. Any chance for a weather update?
Well, absolutely. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center here in beautiful uptown Scottsdale, I'm Chief Meteorologist Randy White. And some breeziness. As I said yesterday on this very radio program, it was going to be breezy today, but the high is only going to be about 82, 84 degrees. I'm trying to bring up my my weather app right now so I can tell you where the hell we're at here. Hang on. 87 is your current degrees in Uptown Scottsdale, 88 degrees in Central Phoenix. It looks like it's going to get down to the 70s by next Monday after a warm weekend. So we'll keep you posted on that from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. I'm Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. Hey, I was in the garage today, and I heard the wind howling against the door. I was waiting for the icy cold hand of death, but then I remembered it's an electric car. So sitting in an electric car with it on, it's not enough to get the job done. But anyway, my wife is listening going, the hell you don't tell people that. She's like, well, here's what I get from my wife sometimes when I make jokes in the show. She's like, my family listens, right? She says, first, they know everything about us because of all the things you let slip on the show. And then when you make stuff up, they think that's real. And so now they're going to, is Jeffrey okay? Why is he sitting in the garage inside of a car with it on? We should be nicer to him. Random texter says, Jeffrey's a poet and he didn't know it. His feet show it because they're Longfellows. All right. Thundar, the Center Barbarian, says, Jeffrey, beef is from cows, pork is from pigs, okay? The reason for this is the English worked on farms and the Normans are the meat from the farms because they got to make the rules after conquering the English.
I see.
But the important issue is that pork does not come from cows, which you probably knew, but we'll give you hell for that anyway.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I know what I said. It slipped. Whatever.
Cow or pig, I don't care what that meat is. It is delicious.
Did you have some?
Oh, I had a little bite during the radio report.
Phil has been nibbling on Randy's meat.
Well, listen,
it
I
is
see
good.
what all the hullabaloos about.
Anybody that wants to nibble, please feel free.
I'll be honest with you, earlier I was being polite. I didn't want to eat the entire tub of that, and I ate more than enough of it. Thank you for your generosity, Randy. But if I'd known you're going to give any to Phil, I'd have finished that off.
Hey, I left you a dark chocolate. I left you one dark chocolate.
Yeah, off my own desk.
Well,
How gracious of you.
I said yesterday I've got some pulled pork for you guys, so there you go.
Good
And
stuff.
please, if you want, finish it off. If you don't, that's cool too.
Oh, I will.
President Wallet says a pellet grill is not a smoker. It's a pellet grill. A smoker has its own heat source outside the cooking area.
Yeah, well, that's it. If it's an offset, if it's not an offset, it can have like my Kamado. The heat source is right there within the chamber where you also have the smoke. So
I told you the other day that I might be in the market now for a smoker.
Yeah.
I got the fryer, the air fryer everybody raved about.
Yeah.
I'm not that impressed by the air fryer, if I'm honest. Not yet. I gotta make some more things before I get. The kids love it. The kids, they make all sorts of stuff with it. But now I want a smoker.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to your entry level recommendations.
So what kind of budget are we talking about?
A Phil budget, not a Jeffrey O'Brien budget.
Well,
You got a rusty nickel.
I started on a char griller. It was a smoker and grill combo. So on one side it was a grill, but on the other side it was an offset smoker. That's what I started with. That was about $300 for the combo.
Is that what you can now consider an abomination?
Oh, I don't consider it an abomination. I'm very thankful. I learned a lot of tricks on that thing.
All right. So what is, to be respectable, the bare minimum I can do and still feel like, okay, that is appropriate smoking?
You mean on a smoker? Are you looking?
Yeah.
Are you still talking smoker here?
Yeah.
There was a lot of entry level, if you will, smokers that start about $500. And you probably want to spend something like that because when it's smoking, it's all about containing and maintaining the heat source, maintaining what kind of heat and what kind of smoke you can get out of it. So I would say you probably could get into to an entry level smoker for about $500.
All right. Here's why I want entry level, and then why I might not want to spend as much money is because what if I don't? I mean, like I'm not into it, and I just spend all that money, and I'm like, I'm not that into it.
Yeah, like I said, about $500. You're not gonna. You can even look for some deals on like OfferUp or something like that. I got my my Kamado grill. I got brand new in the box for about $500 on OfferUp.
Or if I know when you're out of town,
well, you could. However, you'd have to get through all the booby traps.
And Cecil.
President Wallet says, I just bought a vertical offset smoker.
Oh, yeah.
Watermelon says, Jeffrey, the key to the air fryer is to make sure there's space around the items you place in it.
Yeah.
That way it gets an even air fry. Have you tried wings yet? Yeah, we did. And listen, I'm not saying I haven't had anything good out of it. I just feel like, I don't know, may not be my particular thing. Jagdog says, Suns, a 3-point favorite on the road. Randy, can I get a crown shot in honor of a hopeful 76ers beatdown? By the way, 76ers play the Milwaukee Bucks next. They think they're resting their players there against the Suns to be rested to try to beat the Bucks. Oh, so here's what he's saying. The 76ers might be resting Embiid, Simmons, Harris, and Curry so that they're ready to play the Bucks. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
a loss is a loss.
Well, but they're in a back-to-back, and keep in mind the Suns are in the Western Conference, so if it comes to tiebreakers, the Bucks would have a bigger advantage of, Eastern to Eastern tiebreaker.
All right. I hate that part. Just go play the damn games. Prison Wallet says you can get a Dynaglow vertical smoker right now for $200 from the big box stores. They hold the heat amazing, and they're great for beginners.
And how's the seal on those? Is it a felt seal, or what kind of seal is on them?
He also says, hell, I'm not a beginner, and I just bought one. Big chunks of lump charcoal, mesquite cherry, or pecan wood. He says, I bought my first vertical offset smoker from Craigslist, $25. Learned a lot. Food was always amazing.
Yeah, there you go. It's not the smoker as much as it is the grill master.
All right. So basically, I'm going to go look and then I'll show you some links, and you can say approve, disapprove. Because I trust you. You're the grill master general.
Yeah. And what do you want to smoke on it? You got to think about that, because sometimes you'll pay for a smoker and it's not going to be that big. And you're going to want to put on there several racks of ribs, and you've got these delusions of putting a couple of steaks, some ribs on there, maybe some hamburgers for the kids, and you don't have enough room. So you've got to kind of plan that out.
Blissful Hayes says, what does seal taste like, Randy?
No, I'm talking about the seal that goes around the grill. I'm not talking about the animal.
What? So the seal has to be made out of baby seal?
No, it has nothing to do with the animal. No.
Skull says, my smoker is shaped like a catfish. It steamrolls the smoke.
Nice.
No idea what that means.
Nice. Steamrolls means it turns the smoke over. Some people think that that's a quality way of smoking meat.
But you do not subscribe to this notion.
No, I feel like the meat will, depending on what kind of meat it is, depending on what kind of smoker you're in, the meat will receive all the smoke you can give it. So
Heavy Metal Maniac says, Randy, the smoker you bought for that price may have been stolen, brand new, inside the box. Seems a little suspicious.
No, I had it checked out. It was fine. It was legit.
Random Texter says, Jeffrey, get yourself a nice Pit Boss grill. Smoker. Okay. I don't know what that means. Blissful Hayes says, smoked seal. That might actually be delicious.
No.
Fed Fan says, all right, go ahead and sit your stars, 76ers, and then watch the Suns destroy you. Oh, easy, Fed Fan. Easy. We have seen the Suns lose to teams that were only playing some bench players. You can't assume anything with these Suns right now. So Ixnay on the Eastroy day. Ed Fan Fay.
What are you doing?
Trying to talk big Latin.
And besides, Joel Embiid is still playing. So their number one MVP potential candidate here in Joel Embiid is still playing. And it would very much bolster his chances to secure that MVP status if he were to pull this off. I don't know that he will, though.
Thunder Snow confirms it. Baby seal is amazing smoked. 888-368-1580. So I don't know why this has been such a point of conversation, and it's only been a point of conversation for us because Aaron Rodgers is quarterback, but everybody is like, who's going to be the next host of the Jeopardy, right? And I told you guys, I don't think Aaron Rodgers did that good a job. He did a good job for an NFL quarterback, but he's not the guy who should take the helm. Well, here's the ratings, and actually, as far as the ratings go, he's done the second best. He's done the second best. Mike Richards, who is Ken Jennings, was the first person to take the podium following Alex Trebek's death, and so far he's done the best with an average Nielsen rating of 6. And then Jeopardy producer Mike Richards, he's in second with 5.9. I never saw him. Aaron
Wow.
Rodgers is in third with 5.6. Don't know what his that's only after 1 week.
Yeah.
I don't know what his second week is going to do. It might drop the average. Katie Couric is next after that. Then Dr. Oz has been the worst.
Well, a lot of people were against him being given a platform anyways.
Yeah, because he's one of these guys everybody used to trust, and then he started selling the snake oils and stuff and saying, "Oh, look at this." So yeah, he lost a lot of credibility. But now there are some other guys who have been brought into the conversation. They're actually scheduled to try out.
Okay.
And some of these names, you're like, "Ooh, wait, I could see that." First off, I'm still mad. LeVar Burton's name isn't on the list. I don't know what the hell is going on over there at Jeopardy. I'd say you're all racist sons of bitches, but Bill Whitaker is going to be, he's a good one. Bill Whitaker is a good person to go for this because he's got that class. He's got that presence. He's a correspondent. Of course, you've seen him on 60 Minutes. He's a smooth dude. Buzzy Cohen, just a fan favorite. He's going to go down in flames. And Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show. Dr. Sanjay Gupta from the CNN.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like a decent enough guy, but I don't think he's.
Well, no, I don't think
do it.
he's doing better and bigger things. This is just
Really?
a celebrity thing.
What's better and bigger than being the host of Jeopardy? And then there's the Savannah. Blossom.
Oh yes, Blossom.
Yeah, Mayim
Blossom.
Balak. She was on The Big Bang Theory. She was the that one fellow's girlfriend. And it turns out she's got a PhD in neuroscience from UCLA. So she's a smart girl. But again, they give you the answers. You don't have to be smart.
Right.
But then there's the one name that I saw. I was like, Anderson Cooper. Just the kind of smug sumbitch that could fill the shoes of Alex Trebek. Because again, we said this yesterday. When Alex Trebek in the early days, we used to joke about, well, what a smug a-hole that guy is. And he's got the answers and he kind of has an attitude. We kind of like, but we grew to love him. And he turned out he was a really great guy.
Yeah.
Well, Anderson Cooper kind of has that same sort of arrogance, the same sort of smugness. And, he's a broadcaster. I think he'd actually be perfect for it.
I think CNN would pay him more, though, than Jeopardy could allow him.
That's a good point. I think he's just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
But he could then maybe make the millions that Trebek was making. Maybe that's the point.
It's possible. I mean,
maybe he's tired of doing the news.
Remember that the filming schedule of Jeopardy is easy enough that Aaron Rodgers seriously contemplated or is contemplating. I don't know if they.
But at the time you do it, it's all day.
Yes.
You can't do CNN and this.
But
and maybe he's tired of the news.
But maybe if it's 5 days out of a season. If that's it, and that's all you miss for, let's say, a year from CNN, maybe they would allow.
I think it's more than 5 days to do this show. Anyway, I think Anderson Cooper, whether you love him or hate him, he fits this bill, I think, very, very well. More importantly, I just don't want it to be Aaron Rodgers because I just don't want him to have nice things. I have my reasons.
Okay. I thought we discussed this yesterday.
I'm just saying, I don't want.
He already has very nice things.
Does he?
Yeah.
Have you seen her?
You see yes. Well, I'm not talking about her.
Pictures?
I'm talking. He has very nice things.
Yeah. Okay. That's the nice thing about Anderson Cooper. The men and the women would be attracted to him. So 888-368-1580. Thundar, the Santa Barbarian, says, I was surprised how well Aaron Rodgers did as host on Jeopardy. Still hoping for LeVar Burton getting the job, but Aaron Rodgers held his own. Anderson Cooper? No way. You watch the show before you judge because, you watch the Aaron Rodgers. Holding your own is not enough. Not enough. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, give me a Boomer Sooner for $1,000, please. What is Randy White doing Boomer Sooner?
Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner.
Daily Double. Bite My Kebab says, I just saw Anderson Cooper on the Jeopardy, and yeah, he has done a really good job, in my opinion. Oh, is he on today?
Yeah,
oh.
he's been on this week.
Oh, okay. Blissful Hayes says, as a Bears fan, I hope that bastard Aaron Rodgers retires from the Green Bowl Packers and takes that Jeopardy's job. See, you and I have different opinions. I don't want to see him every day for the next 20 damn years. Roll Tide Ryan says, they need to have LeVar Burton on there, Reading Rainbow, and they should have the music from Reading Rainbow. It'd be awesome. Instead of have that music play during they're all trying to make up their mind at the end.
Instead of the
that'd be awesome. Fed fan says, stupid refs, let these guys play. Fed Fan, we're not allowed to do the play-by-play while the game is on. It just started. Give it a minute. Everything's fine. Random texter says, Pit Boss. They make a good smoker.
Yeah, Pit Boss is good. Another one that you might look at is the Oklahoma Joe. Is it Oklahoma Joe? Oklahoma? Can't remember. Let me look it up here.
Navy Devil, are you serious? I didn't see that. He says, according to The Onion, James Harden is indeed out with a herpes flare-up. Are you serious? Did they do the same joke I did? I did not see it. Oh, that's fun. 888-368-1580. Baby Got Dak says, I do not care for Anderson Cooper, but he is part of fashion royalty. Oh, I forget.
Yeah.
Who is his mom?
Gloria Vanderbilt.
Gloria Estefan, I think.
No.
She just passed away recently, whoever it is. Again, you got to let go of the politics thing and just look at it in the pure broadcaster sense. I mean, would you rather him be an arrogant sumbitch on the news or on a game show where you kind of need an arrogant sumbitch? Just saying. By the way, you know how Rosalie Michaels is part of the DraftKings?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we can actually talk about it because gambling is going to be legal in Arizona. So this season, when she's doing the fantasy football fun with us, we can mention the draft things a little more easily.
I am so excited. We can finally talk gambling.
But here's the thing. I'm starting to wonder about DraftKings as a company just a little bit. They have added Gisele Bundchen as a special advisor to their board of directors, which means she's going to be sitting in with the board of directors of DraftKings. What the hell is she advising about? What does Bundchen know about the gambling? I think they're having her do this because it's an open door. Like, hey, Tom, that's it. What is she going to sit there and tell them, how to keep sand out of your crack when you're doing a beach photo shoot? What has she got to add to the board of directors? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what does she do?
Maybe she's an enormous gambler.
So that's why Tommy has to keep playing. She keeps losing all the money. And that actually does make sense. And, to be honest, though, she has her own money and her own business.
She's more rich than Tom.
I just don't understand what advice she has to give that is helpful to the DraftKings.
Well, she can build a brand. She's certainly done that for herself.
Haven't they already done that themselves as well?
Well, it's between them and FanDuel. I think if you were to ask people between the two who they favor more, I think FanDuel is slightly edging ahead.
Well, whatever the case is, congratulations. Now you'll see if you're a friend of hers on LinkedIn. Bling, congratulate Gisele Bundchen. She's a special advisor to the board of directors of DraftKings.
Yes, I think we would all love to have that connection.
All right, guys, we got to take a break. When we come back, I'll have your daily man law, and we will move on to the next thing. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Celebrate life during Choices Pregnancy Center's Walk and Worship Weekend, May 14th and 15th. Visit choicesaz.com/walk. A free worship night at Palm Crop Church in Phoenix will kick off this life-giving weekend with featured Nashville recording artist Cade Thompson.
Every step of the way.
Your support will help demonstrate and share a greater love for women, men, and babies across the Phoenix area. Go to choicesaz.com/walk for all the details.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona Prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintai, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win. It's been 3 short tracks in a row, and it's time to open it up. NASCAR heads to Talladega this weekend for the Geico 500. Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway, your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Okay, you're back to dining out, but there's dining and there's dinnertainment. Get ready for an amazing dining experience like none you've ever had at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. When it comes to Asian cuisine, nobody does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, cocktails, and more. Book your night of fun right now. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114. We'll see you there.
It's the greatest spectacle in racing. Speed of 230 miles per hour. 200 laps, 500 miles.
Only one driver takes home the BorgWarner trophy and gets the icy cold drink of milk in victory lane.
For 105 years, it has been a Memorial Day tradition. The Indianapolis 500. Hear it live, May 30th, on your home for the Indy 500, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
David Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. We got a race on Sunday, 11 a.m. It's the Geico 501 lap race.
It's just 500.
No, they've added a lap to make it even bigger. So it's the 501. It's the.
I don't think they have to make it bigger, and it's just 500.
All right, so then coming up, the Levi's 501 race. There's one for you.
That might be, but
somebody got to sell that.
Yeah.
Mr. Pringles says, I just got dinner tamed at Fujiyama. Wait, no, you mean dinnertainment? That's what you get over at Kasai. So I don't know what you're talking about. Thundar Santa Barbarian says, Jeffrey. Giselle Bundchen will explain to the DraftKings board how every interception and incompletion that cheating TB12 throws is actually the fault of his incompetent receivers and his useless O-line.
Yeah.
That'll help. Chamoy says Giselle Bundchen knows as much about gambling as Anderson Cooper knows about trivia.
Oh, boy.
That's just unfair.
He doesn't have to know anything about trivia.
Yeah, he's got the card and he's like, right here. The hell is that?
It's booing.
Stop with the booing. I deleted the booing.
You deleted it?
Yes, I did it on purpose. What do you think I was kidding when I said stop hitting that button? I'm going to start going in there and deleting stuff I don't want you to play.
See, I thought
you
that
thought it was Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No, every time you do something I don't want later, I'll go in and delete it. So get used to it.
Okay, so makes sense. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for Man Law from the upcoming Constitution of the United States of America, which only has one more proofread to go through and is going to the printers.
Okay.
This comes from Article 9, beer. By the way, I think there are more articles on beer than anything else.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't on purpose, but I think we've realized that. But here it is, Article 9, beer, Section 12. A man is permitted to reach for the last beer or the last slice of pizza, but not both. Man is not to be selfish or greedy with his friends.
Good one. That's a very good one.
That would have also fit under friendship too, I guess.
I think so.
But yeah, beer, friendship, whatever.
Now,
yes.
what group size does that stay till? Because if you have like a little like viewing party for a football game or something, there's like maybe 6 of you at the most. But if it's like a family barbecue and you got the in-laws coming in, you got everybody, there's like 17 different people, then I think it's all fair game.
It's rules is rules, Phil. You get your last beer, last pizza, not both. Doesn't matter if it's 20 people or 5 people. Simple as that.
You take one, not the other.
That's right. Look what I did. If I did what I wanted to, you would have no pulled pork from Randy Smoker to taste today. I'd have eaten the hell out of that thing.
Yeah.
So I did exactly that with the pulled pork.
Wait. Are you saying that Randy brought beer?
It's nearly none of your business.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. By the way, as you guys know, the weather is getting better and changing, which means if you're out on your hikes and your walks, what's out there now as well? The rattlesnakes.
Coyotes.
The hell are you doing in there?
I said coyotes.
Can you just, if you're going to hit the button, wait till it's pushed in before you start yelling. Good God. Here's my intimate Phil. Oh, that's good radio, Phil. Anyway, You can go walking anytime you want, and don't worry about it. Anyway, when you're out on the trails, you got to always remember to be looking out for the rattlesnakes. And
Be
if there's
vigilant.
a rattlesnake there, you stay at least, and I mean at least 10 feet away. Get away from it, because when you're you see it sitting there, don't screw with it. A coiled up rattlesnake can hit you from about 6-7 feet without even trying. So always be very, very careful. Now, I thought this might have been a Florida guy.
Okay.
In the honor of our old friend Mike. But no, this guy is from Riverside County, in California. The place that Phil left smarter. Anyway, so he's out there and hey, everybody, look, there's a rattlesnake. Oh, what is rattlesnake? He's like, don't worry. I've got this. I've seen Animal Planet.
Oh no.
You know how they grab them with their their stuff? They grab them. He's like, I've got some barbecue tongs.
Oh no.
So he goes after the rattlesnake with the barbecue tongs, tries to pick him up. The snake just kind of went, you know, I'm longer than that, right? And bit him right in the hand. So the firefighters come, transport him to the hospital. Word is he's doing pretty good. Expected to be released. He's going to be okay. But they said the victim had been around snakes most of his life, and hence his daring actions. But he's like, well, my barbecue tongs are 14 inches long. Not long enough, because guess what, idiot?
This is why women have longer lifespans than men.
That is absolutely true. So remember that as you're walking. A, be on the lookout for the creepy crawly rattlesnakes. B, the fork or salad. I'm sorry, the barbecue or salad tongs not enough. Not enough to do it.
Wow. I hate snakes.
Sure.
You're like Indiana Jones.
I
personified.
absolutely hate
Why'd it have to
snakes.
be snakes.
And I see a snake, I walk the other way. I don't care what's going on.
So let me ask you a question, Randy. You like grilled cheese sandwiches?
Oh yeah.
Phil, you like the grilled cheese sandwiches?
I love grilled cheese.
All right, I know who's going to love this. Last week we had National Grilled Cheese Day. I don't know if you remember that. And so in honor of the holiday, Kraft invented something that Phil's going to love.
Okay.
Grilled cheese incense. It's a little stick. If you burn it, it smells just like grilled cheese. Yeah, they gave away 1,000 sticks. I don't know if you can still get one, but they've invented grilled cheese incense.
I thought it was the other word, and I was like, are they mixing up cheeses within the same family?
I didn't say grilled cheese incest. Dear God, you got to get yourself to church. That's what I think. I mean, I don't want to tell anybody how to live their life.
And
But
you stay up with the show,
oh
Phil.
my God.
Jeez.
We don't make it. We're not making Southern grilled cheese sandwiches here.
Oh man. Oh man.
Ding, 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 ding. So anyway, grilled cheese sandwiches. It's kind of like how I like the bacon. When you make the bacon in the morning, you go out. I went outside, walked in. Oh, the bacon.
Yeah,
It's like you relive it all over again.
This is the sense of it. And the same thing with the grilled cheese
No.
incense.
Nobody wants
Incense.
Thank you. Nobody wants a bacon candle, though. And I'll tell you why, Jeffrey. And you're going to agree with me, because there's no real bacon. If you woke up to a bacon-scented candle, you would feel cheated.
My old dearly departed friend Mitch Hedberg used to say it's like when you have a candle that smells like cinnamon buns, because it smells nice and it gives your roommates false hope.
Yeah.
When they wake up, they're like,
yeah.
oh, damn it. Thunder Snow says, what the hell kind of show has this become? What kind of show has this always been, Thunder Snow? You knew what you were signing up for.
Welcome aboard.
Golden Shoe says men die before women because we choose to.
No.
It's true. We do.
I guess, if you're choosing to
We
jump
do.
off the roof or grab rattlesnakes,
Random Texter says, okay, what if the last beer of your preference and the last slice of pizza of your preference, there are other beer and other pizza available? Well, listen, as long as there's other pizza, as long as there are other beers, help yourself to your favorite piece and your favorite beer. That's all right, as long as you're not taking the last beer and pizza.
Agreed.
What if it's a dairy-free cheese pizza for me?
And
one person tried it. And
I'll probably eat it, so you can't have it, and drink the beer you like the most, so you can't have it.
Wow.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
We're talking about being not selfish here.
Right, I know.
No, but in this case, I'm bigger than Phil, and I do what I want. That's a whole nother area.
Oh, wait, did you go to not Summit Mill Medical? What's Valley
Medical Weight
Valley
Loss.
Medical
Can
Weight
I
Loss.
just say, thank God that Valley Medical Weight Loss lets you just walk in, because I would feel horrible. Today got out of control, busy with work stuff. And I also had a little bit of like my back kind of hurt, and I don't know what they're going to do in the first conversation. I know
They're
it's
not-
a half hour long,
They're not going to do anything.
but if they're going to make me
No.
do any kind of stretch
No.
or
Yeah,
calisthenics,
did you see that Jake Paul workout before the fight where the other guy's mobile,
No.
using him like a thing of putty?
No.
Oh yeah, that's what they're gonna do to you. They're just gonna have you like a monkey.
No.
Yeah. So I'm listening to Randy because he's been to Valley Medical Weight Loss.
Yeah. There's no extraneous exercises. There's no stretching. There's no exerting yourself at all. It's you walk in and friendly people will say sign in. You sign in on the little iPad thing there. They take you back. They do an initial weigh-in and consultation with you. Then you get to see the doctor.
Yeah.
The doctor talks to you about what's going to happen, and then you go back and you get the B12 shot, which I highly recommend if you have the opportunity. Get the
Sure.
double dose.
I have heard it's better than B11.
Well, at least by one.
So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that. I'll give the shot a shot. We've
Yeah.
talked about that before.
Yeah.
So what I like about this is I haven't let them down. I've only let myself down.
Well, that's true.
And I'm going to make sure and get there tomorrow. And you say it takes about a half
Well,
an
now,
hour, and then every other time like 15 minutes. So it's not like going to be a thing that takes up tons of my time. And I like that because I'm a busy guy. And so I'm excited to get the process going, especially because my wife has been working out harder than ever, and it's shaming me. So I got to do something quick. I got to lose this flabby flab around my midsection.
Well, now let me say this: Valley Medical Weight Loss is open Mondays through. I think they're always closed on Wednesdays.
Oh, I couldn't have gone today anyway.
However, they are open Saturday and Sunday.
All right. Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can go in on Saturday and or Sunday.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
All right. Believe me, I'm not just giving lip service. I really do want to get down there.
Yeah.
And now I feel silly because now I know that the first conversation you walk in, you don't need an appointment, half an hour.
Yeah.
That's easy. And then the maintenance, conversations and appointments, 15 minutes. Sweet. This is great. I can't wait to get this thing started. Got to get this thing started.
Okay. I see the one you're going to go to. All right. Let me look this up here. Let me just make sure.
You can fill me in on that later, but Randy is at valleymedicalweightloss.com. You guys can check it out yourselves and see what's up. Box of Screws says, I prefer the B52 shot. I got me some B12. It's going in my hiney. Okay, that's great. Phil has no idea what we're doing.
I do. Love Shack, baby.
Oh, okay.
Of course. Now that song I would know. You had to know that I would know that.
I should have known. Navy Devil says, I have a friend who's the captain on the fire department there. They ran a call on a guy who was a tweaker. He caught a rattlesnake there as pets. And this guy was tried to kiss one when he was high.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So he gives it a rattlesnake and nope, that did not go well. His face swelled up the size of a softball.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait,
please.
to say softball? Don't you mean basketball? Because if your face swells up the size of a softball,
well,
was it now a shrunken head?
No,
I'm
no.
pretty sure my head is bigger than a softball.
No, it's probably the area swelled up. So you have a
Well,
softball
not only
on
that,
top of your
not only that, it's a fact. Tweakers' heads actually shrink.
Shrinking heads.
Yeah, and they to the size of a baseball. So, and then you get bit in the face by a rattlesnake. The thing blows up to the size of a softball.
Yeah, that's science.
That's not true.
Cardinal Art says real grilled cheese dipped in maple syrup is actually pretty darn good.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, could I have a Crown Royal double, please? Baker's Cocky Hen says grilled cheese is great. Secret to a good one is heavy butter and pour just a little onion powder on both buttered sides.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
I'll give that a shot. Every now and then, my wife likes to have tomato basil soup there and the grilled cheese sandwiches. And she always she puts butter on mine. She doesn't put it on hers.
See, when you smoke, now you can do the pork butt.
Yeah.
You can shred that all up there. Cook you up a real nice, get you a real nice grilled cheese ready to go. Throw some of that pork butt on there and just grill it. Oh,
Can you smoke a grilled cheese sandwich?
Oh, yeah, you can smoke anything.
That'd be weird, though. I don't think it would have the same consistency at that point.
No, you wouldn't want to.
Put it in the air fryer first. I don't know. Blissful Hayes says, breaking news. DeAndre Ayton made a good defensive play.
Hey.
There you go.
There you go.
That is good baking news right there. Baker's Cocky Hen says, Jeffrey has the best friends that pass too soon.
Yeah,
Mitch Hedberg and Ralphie May.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they're my best friends. Two of the funniest guys ever heard of. And no wonder I like you so much, Jeffrey. I like you too, Baker Cocky Hens. I appreciate that. No, we had him, on the show. And back in the days, I used to do stand-up. And it was Mitch Hedberg and Lewis Black that really started the comedy boom that I got to enjoy being in. So, that gives you an idea of the time period. But Sheriff Tom says Chicago no glove softball is 16 inches, Jeffrey.
There you go. Yeah.
I think my head is probably bigger than 16 inches.
No glove. Hey, Sheriff Tom. All right. A fellow big ball player.
But isn't my head bigger than 16 inches? Can you tell? I keep moving my head back and forth to see all of it.
Maybe a little bit.
I got a pretty damn big head.
Yeah,
Man.
you've got an average size head.
Fed Fan says, kissing snakes. Some people are just too stupid.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You are correct, Fed Fan. You are absolutely right about that. All right. So today we're going to do something. I'm sneaking up on it.
Quarterbacks in the NFL?
Goddamn right. You guys can't stop me. I got a bunch of quarterbacks.
All right.
Kirk Cousins coming up.
I said quarterbacks, not losers.
Wow.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
I'm Cisco Miranda, owner of Miranda Delivery Service. As a business owner, my job is to provide the best quality service for our customers. Affinity Technology helped us reinvent our business processes, using technology to make us more efficient. I didn't know I needed technology consulting, but my ROI has been off the charts. Affinity Technology has saved us more than 80 man-hours a week and has helped me get back to what I do best, focus on my customers. Visit atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com and see how better technology processes can help your small business.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win. It's been 3 short tracks in a row, and it's time to open it up. NASCAR heads to Talladega this weekend for the Geico 500. Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway, your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harman Solar today. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com. Harman Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit CBIalliance.com.
The Fanatic.
Oh, yeah. Sup. It's the Daily Blender, y'all. What? All right, enough of this interpretive dance.
What?
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic,
Let's get
Arizona's new home for sports.
Get my groove on here, Jeff. Go.
It's always good to get your groove on the way we
yeah.
do. I'm afraid to see Phil get his groove on. It'd
yeah.
probably not be.
Oh, no.
The dance groove
There
is
you
okay.
go. Yeah.
He misinterprets so many things. If I said, hey, Phil, get your groove on,
Yeah.
it'd be
Oh,
followed
boy.
by, oh, God, turn off his camera. That's not what we had in mind. So the Phoenix Suns going into the second quarter, they just kind of going back and forth with the 76ers. And yes, the 76ers a little beat down. Having troubles. They're tied right now. So as we expected, the team that should be easy, not so easy.
Wow.
Well, this is the way it goes, right? All right. Hey, we haven't seen this guy in a while. The real Slim Shaney says,
Hey, welcome back.
funniest comedian today is Drew Lynch. Softball to the throat caused his stutter. What? All right. Real Slim Shady. I am now challenging you to a duel. No, to send me a clip, send me a link to Drew Lynch, blender at 1580thefanatic.com. I'm kind of curious. I don't think I've ever even heard of that guy.
All right.
Yeah, the funniest thing about him is the stutter caused by a softball to his throat, huh? Cardinal Art says, okay, everybody, not true. I have smoked griddled grilled cheese with pineapple on top of wrapped in bacon, and it's darn good.
Really? Good for you.
We can't have any actual pineapple. We are all live in studio.
Yeah.
So it's impossible for us to suffer from
Well,
any kind of
I
pineapple.
suppose it could happen.
There's no way it could happen. If it happens, it's the entire damn radio station.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything is kind of put together by those Cat 5 cables.
It doesn't mean anything to me what you just said.
Mm.
First Calf Mike says Lewis Black, one of the best stand-ups ever. Yeah, he's one of those misunderstood guys. And then he's like also one of the smartest guys. It's always fun to watch him. Sometimes, though, lately you're hit and miss on how good his stuff is. Colty says Drew Lynch was on America's Got Talent. Oh, see, that's why I missed it, because I'm a man. 888-368-1580. Damn. All right, got my quarterbacks right here.
All right.
Got my NFL quarterbacks right here.
We are, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally going to talk quarterbacks of the NFL.
Yay. So, I don't know. The guy is leaving. And so starting any kind of a war with them doesn't mean much. But I guess Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady are trading jabs on the social media.
All right.
Yeah. So here's what happened. Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals, he wore a Tom Brady jersey when he was out there doing batting practice.
All right.
Somebody put a picture of it up. I think the Royals tweeted a video or something, right? And on the video, Perez calls Patrick Mahomes the best, even though he's wearing a Brady jersey.
Uh-huh.
And so the Royals said, well, sometimes words speak louder than actions. And Tom Brady saw this and said, nah, I think the actions always speak louder than words because he's wearing the Tom Brady jersey.
Right.
So then Mahomes came back and says, well, I guess we'll see in about 20 years, won't we?
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
don't
for him.
Why would you poke the bear? You just lost an embarrassing Super Bowl to the oldest player ever to win as a quarterback. And you're going to do that? Patrick Mahomes, child, please.
Wow.
So here's the thing. You're right, though. Patrick Mahomes, who knows? He could win 10 Super Bowls between now and then.
No.
Good.
Not really feeling it after seeing that last Super Bowl. But then again, he said, listen, I went and I took care of the things that need to be taken. Remember, he's still a very young quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
So
we
expect like veterans things from him because of what we've seen. But, you know, an educational loss that's embarrassing might not be the worst thing. I mean, Tom Brady had to come a couple of those himself.
Sure.
So I don't know what the next 20 years takes, but wouldn't it be funny if Tom Brady is still there?
Well, I mean, how many times
you got a 60-year-old Tom Brady, you know, like, well, now I got 18 Super Bowls. What are you going to do there, Chief?
Tom Brady has lost some embarrassing games as well.
Sure.
Speaking of Super Bowls, yeah.
Eli Manning is delivered a couple.
We're on to Cincinnati.
So it's nothing to do with the Super Bowl, Phil.
No,
why
no.
would you do Belichick's
Tom-
voice right now?
Tom Brady
Has nothing to do.
Tom Brady, that was one of his most embarrassing losses was the Cincinnati game, and that's why
But
Belichick.
we were talking about Super Bowls when he lost to Eli Manning.
But you said that he had some embarrassing losses. That's one of his
And
most
in
embarrassing.
Super Bowls.
No.
Are you listening to the same show we're doing?
to the same
Watermelon says Bill Burr and Pablo Francisco. Pretty dang funny. Wow, that is weird that you would go there. Bill Burr, boy, he is an amazing talent and a kind of a comedian that is says some smart, funny, and crazy stuff. Pablo Francisco reminds me of a guy you hire for corporate shows because he does the same damn voices and the same damn act every time you see him. Great voices. He does an amazing collection of impersonations.
Like the Jay Leno or something.
What?
Like a Jay Leno or something?
No. I think he's known for doing Arnold Schwarzenegger and all the classics, you know. I don't know if I ever heard him do the Jay Leno. Did you?
No, I'm saying Jay Leno specifically, like Jay Leno.
He's that kind of
Yes,
nobody cares kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so but liking those two guys, that's a wide range of kind of taste there. I think you keep distracting me, Phil. Watermelon says, I don't think Patrick Mahomes' play style is going to last him 20 years.
What do you mean?
Physical
Yeah,
and
whoa.
hard on the body, the way he plays.
What game and quarterback are you watching?
Patrick Mahomes is a mobile quarterback, but here's the thing about it: he can bust loose on a run.
He can.
But his thing is he's wily. He's more like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers in the way he has escape ability and he can throw across his body and make some Seth Curry circus kind of plays the way he does stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean that he has to run. It has come in handy that he's mobile, but his style is more about that he's a little Houdini when they come after him.
Yeah, the quarterbacks you're looking at are Lamar Jackson and like Cam Newton is probably reaching the end of where
Right.
he is. But not Patrick Mahomes is probably on par with like Deshaun Watson, where yes, I think every quarterback now moving forward, you're going to be required to have mobility. It will be more so an outlier that you are a pure pocket passer than not. But that doesn't mean that they are by definition playing the game
All right.
in a physical way.
Let me help you out, Watermelon. When you think of when you think of Patrick Mahomes, and you're saying, well, his play style is not going to make it 20 years. I can help you be right in a different way. When you've got a guy like that who is always trying to escape, what does that mean he's doing? He's holding on the ball maybe longer than he should. That's what's going to get him hurt. That's what's going to get some cornerback coming around to blindside and just demolishing him. Or he comes out of the pocket. Now suddenly he is considered a runner and you can hit him a different kind of way. Those are the things that are going to put him at risk more than anything. I think is holding the ball too long because you always think you can survive.
But he's also smart when he runs. I've never seen him really try to put his head down and bowl people over. Generally, he'll slide.
Yeah,
He'll run out of
he'll skate.
bounds. He's smart about the way he runs. He tries not to take a bunch of hits. The only big hits I've ever seen on him, really, is when he was standing in the pocket and they got to him. The edge rusher finally got in.
And keep in mind, anytime he escapes the pocket, he's looking to pass. He's not looking to run.
But he holds the ball too long sometimes doing that, and that is going to get him killed.
Sure. But I wouldn't even put him on the same trajectory as like a Ben Roethlisberger.
No,
who,
I'm not
yes,
saying that at all. But I'm saying is he holds the ball longer. The longer he does that, the older he gets, the higher amount of probability there is that he's going to get just clobbered.
Yeah, I suppose, of course, but that's with anybody. Tom Brady's probably the master right now, and one of the best quarterbacks ever to read defenses, get the ball out quickly, and if nothing's there, just get rid of it.
Dude folds like a napkin if anybody comes near him. He's like, oh. It's
Yeah.
like a fainting goat out in the yard.
Oh, absolutely. He doesn't flop. He just drops.
He
As soon as-
folds. He
yeah.
folds is what I said.
Absolutely.
Are you listening to the same show we're doing in here? Again, I said he folds. Did I say flop? Did the word flop come out of my damn mouth?
No, I'm just in case anybody was worried that
Nobody was worried. Everybody else is actually listening. Uh-oh, Fed fans mad. She says, these refs suck. I'm not really
Wow.
paying attention to the game. It's up there on the screen, but unlike Phil, I'm doing this show here. So I don't know. Give me some of the example of the calls. What are they doing there? Are they calling a bunch on the Suns and none on the other guys? Give me some actual information on that. She says Dwight Howard looks like he's wearing a jersey that's one size smaller than it should be.
I don't know. Dwight Howard's always been a physical specimen.
She says no. She goes, those are some pecs right there.
Yeah, he is built. Dwight Howard, he's lean and
So we got a report that all these people were not in the game. I'm looking at Joel Embiid right now. He just made a play under the basket.
Yeah, it was everybody. It was everybody but Joel. Pretty much.
Right now on the court, Embiid and a bunch of guys not named the other guys.
Not named Joel.
Green, Embiid, Thibault, Milton, and Korfmorf.
What about Danny Green? Does that
you watch that guy?
I said Green. Yeah. We got Crowder, Bridges, Ayton, Paul, and Booker out there. So, yay us. Anyway, so yeah, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes talking some smack. I mean, seriously, Tom Brady, you don't need to ever talk smack again. Just have one picture of yourself with all the rings smiling. It's all you ever have to post.
Well, he's never going to until he retires, because that always means that he's settled down. Michael Jordan didn't do the thing until he had all 5 of his rings.
No, Brady has done a thing where he showed off all of the rings, Bill Russell style. He's done that. He's had pictures like that. I'm saying that's all you have to do. Is hold them up, smile, have that bleep eating grin, and there you go. So, by the way, the Saints have got a quarterback competition brewing right now. Yeah, Drew Brees, he left town, and evidently when he left, he says, "By the way, I hurt like hell all last season."
Wow.
He said every game, oh God, I was in agony except for that one. I was good on one game, but it was horrible. It was horrible. Those were his last. Last.
That was his final comment there.
Yeah. I bet that one game was the Christmas Day game. For Christmas, they gave him a little extra.
Did they play the Broncos?
No.
I was going to say that'd probably be the easy one. Anyway, so now you got.
Actually, he didn't play the Broncos. They did play the Broncos, but that was one of the games he was out.
He was like, they don't need me.
Yeah.
So Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, still there for the Saints. I don't know if the Saints are even thinking about a quarterback in this draft or not.
I hope.
I mean, they don't really need to be, but I mean, I don't know. This is the thing. If Jameis Winston has fixed his little problems, they're going to be just fine. I don't know if they're going to be Super Bowl fine, but they're going to be fine. And where are they on the? Do they even have a pick? I don't think they even have a pick.
Yeah, I think that they traded.
Oh, there they are.
They might have traded it.
They got 28. So yeah, they're in no position for any kind of a quarterback. So they got Winston, they got Taysom Hill, and Jameis Winston. Some of his comments might come back to bite him on the ass, because Taysom Hill says, "Okay, my focus is just trying to be a full-time quarterback, trying to put away the old gadget thing. So I am focused on that." And he says, "I've had some time in real games, and I learned a lot during those times. It's a different mindset." He says, you're called to step in and do everything, not just be careful not to mess up that one play they throw you in for. He says, so now the whole mindset is shifted to, I got to be the guy. And all right, that's fine. Well, Jameis Winston, here's what he's saying. I'm outworking everyone in my position.
Jameis Winston said that?
Yeah.
I'm outworking everyone in my position. He says, I went from being the #1 draft pick to being everybody laughing at me. But guess what? I'm about that business. I'm outworking everybody at my position. I'm doing things every single day. I'm committed to the dream. That's the thing. We got to go back to being little kids about football, because the kids game that men play. He's like, I am outworking everybody. I'm singularly focused. And he's like, I want this. So now if I'm Taysom Hill, I'm like, hey, buddy, you're outworking me. Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to say that you are working harder than me? Oh, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Well, I think that's exactly what Sean Payton and the team want. They want to hear two guys that are going to be competing for the #1 spot. There's no way Taysom Hill can be the starting quarterback of the Saints.
I think he is going to be.
There's no way.
Randy, I think he's going to be.
The way they use him in that offensive scheme, there is just no way.
If Jameis Winston has fixed a couple of his glitches, Jameis Winston needs to be the starting quarterback.
I agree with you guys. I think he's the better prospect and better quarterback. But look, Sean Payton, he loves himself.
If you're Jameis Winston, you better be now out somewhere throwing balls to receivers. And I don't care if it's the high school team. I don't care if it's your former college teammates. I don't care if it's some old dude hanging out at the park playing bingo. Hey, go throw some balls and get out there and be razor sharp when you walk into camp.
Looking forward to seeing what happens with this quarterback controversy. FedFan says, I'm tired of it. The refs just keep injecting themselves into the action. They're reffing the game like a fight might break out. Embiid just ran over Booker and they called Booker for a foul. Unbelievable.
I did see that one.
Was it a block or a charge?
I didn't see what had happened, but I saw Booker complain. Me?
Yeah. Well, you always have to do at least
Yeah,
that. Fish Tank says, feels like FedFan is just doing a Randy rant at home with this game.
Wow.
I think she's mad enough to do a Randy rant. Absolutely.
Good be.
All right, guys, that's 2 hours down and 1 to go is the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Let me get right back to you. Sandra, those banners go out tonight. Can you count them?
Indeed, knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
On machine 4.
Like at Monica's Print Shop. To fulfill orders on time, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Panera favorites are hot and ready to serve for dinner. Taste our creamy mac and cheese served in a crispy bread bowl. Or the classic bacon turkey Bravo featuring our signature sauce. How about our new mouth-watering Chipotle chicken and bacon flatbread pizza? These and other favorites are waiting for you. Order dinner tonight for delivery or pickup, only at Panera. Availability and pricing may vary.
Celebrate life during Choices Pregnancy Center's Walk and Worship Weekend, May 14th and 15th. Visit choicesaz.com/walk. A free worship night at Palmcroft Church in Phoenix will kick off this life-giving weekend with featured Nashville recording artist Cade Thompson.
Every step of the way.
Your support will help demonstrate and share a greater love for women, men, and babies across the Phoenix area. Go to choicesaz.com/walk for all the details.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
When someone hears the words, "you have cancer," it's one of the darkest moments in their life. Light the Night brings light to the darkness of cancer by uniting survivors, patients, and supporters in the cause to end cancer. We form a community of hope, raising funds in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The discoveries made by LLS-supported research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. When we walk, cancer runs. Join the movement to end cancer today. Visit us at lightthenight.org.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are listening to us in the Harmon Solar Studio. Call us, won't you? No, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Phil just went, what? No, we're not. I thought about that a couple of nights ago as I was getting ready to fall asleep in bed. And I thought, what if we did one show where we let these people call in?
Call in line?
that would probably be one of our last shows.
Yeah.
I think that would be a huge mistake. Judging by what people say on the text line, I immediately regret that decision. So text us on the Summit Mail Medical text line, 888-368-1580. I read your texts. We keep our jobs. Everybody wins. So FedFan says, I got to watch my rants because it scares my dogs. When I get mad and I start ranting, they run and hide.
I'm
then I
sorry.
got to, that's when I know I got to calm down.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Fed fan.
How does Cecil do with your rants?
He's indifferent. You know, he just kind of looks at me like, really?
He's used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Boy, my dog has become very dramatic.
Really?
You got to remember, I was home for over a year, and she got used to me being around. And she's also a very intelligent dog.
Mm-hmm.
So she's sitting there. My wife had left. She was doing something. So it's just me and the dog at home, which is like normal for her. And she came over, and she doesn't really talk, but I can read her.
Yeah.
So she came over and she's like, wow, there's just you and me here. Well, I'm sure glad you're here, because if you're not here, I'd be very upset. I don't even know what to do about myself. When do you think the kids are going to be back? When's Alex going to be back? I'm just kind of curious about that. But that's fine. No, go ahead. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put my wet nose in your arm. I know how much you hate that because you always yell, don't do that. I'll just be over here, but it's good to see you. And
that's probably true.
So then I started getting up and getting ready to leave. Right. And so I turned off my computer, and she's like, oh, well, that's good. You turn off computers, save some electricity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. And then she started staring at me like, oh, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. And I close up my computer and I start putting stuff into my my briefcase. And she's like, you don't need the briefcase to take it upstairs to the studio up there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, that's good. Good safety first. Yeah, that's right. That's right. In her face, you could tell her happy face just started to fall.
Got sad.
You're leaving me too, aren't you?
Mm.
And I start putting the stuff in the bag, and I grab my wallet and my watch, and she's like, oh, I see how it is. You're really leaving. In the past, she would always, I'd be getting ready, and she'd walk me to the door, and then I'd pet her, and she'd be like, okay, I'll see you later. Now she just sat there. She watched me load my stuff up, and then she just kind of turned, not breaking eye contact. She just kind of turned, walked over to her big old dog bed and plops down on it, and then just kind of slowly looked away.
I guess I'll just be here.
Yeah. And so I'm like, you big baby. I used to go do this all the time before for years, and now you're just you're gonna give me this drama.
Uh-huh.
I mean, so I pat her on the head, and I was like, well, I'm going now. She didn't even look up. She's like, that's fine. You just go. Set the alarm.
Yeah.
Set the alarm, because I'm not even going to get up and bark. This is the way you treat me. And I went to the door. She didn't even bother to get up.
Yeah.
So that is a very upset dog right there. So that's why I asked when you start to rant how Cecil reacts, because
he's
dog,
indifferent. He doesn't care.
She is a girl.
Now he will come and meet me at the door. He is excited when I come home, and he likes to meet me there as I walk in through the garage. He's there at the laundry room door greeting me. So
yeah. And when I came home that night, she had gotten over it. She said, hey, how you doing? So it was good to see you. It's good to see you. And then later on, of course, she gets drama again, because at dinner, she's sitting there, and I noticed this. My wife and I are standing at a counter. We're getting that fried chicken, right? We're preparing it. And I'm like, oh, here, taste it. It tastes like it's supposed to. I got pulled off a little piece, and I kind of handed it over to my wife, and she's, and the dog's like, well, I'm right here. I'm right here. You never do that for me.
You can't feed me. You can't give me anything.
Just tear off a piece and hand it to me the same way.
Yes, I'll just go have this regular unseasoned stuff that you give me each and every day.
This is why I throw up on your shoes.
Yeah.
So I feel bad about that, because she's got the kidneys thing, so I can't give her good stuff. She's on a very strict diet, but she doesn't know that. All she knows is, oh, I'd appreciate somebody putting a piece of chicken in my mouth every now and then. Would it kill you? No, go ahead. Go to work. See what happens to your clothing. That's fine. 888-368-1580. Good Cat says, hey, I'm just tuning in. Randy, what did I miss there? Can you rewind the show for me?
I'd love to. Let's go ahead and rewind the show.
We can't rewind the show.
What?
You know we can't. He has to listen. You know you got to listen to the podcast at 1580thefanatic.com, Good Cat. Sorry. We don't have that kind of technology.
Wow.
Papa Mike says, "Hey Jeffrey, are you ever going to talk about NFL quarterbacks?" Son of a bitch. I already did. Nobody asked you for the music, Phil. Nobody asked you. Thundersnow says, "Hey, at least Eric had an excuse for not listening to the show. He was always looking for his next bet or girlfriend. What is Phil's excuse?"
Boy.
Hey, I was watching those women's gymnastics the other day.
I told you to change the channel.
I was a talent evaluator that day is what I was doing.
You're a talent evaluator.
I was a head scout of the corporation.
Oh, the things she could do to me. Baker's cocky hen says, Brady, when you go after, you even touch him, he melts into the ground like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that actually is a talent that keeps him from getting seriously injured. He learned that from the time that he got seriously injured.
That only happens once before you need
Yep. No, I tell you what, I would flop like LeBron too if that were the case. All right, 888-368-1580. So let's talk a little bit about draft stuff. And yes, it's another NFL quarterback, but still,
Can I play the music?
no, I don't need the music, Phil.
But do you want the music?
Did I ask? Did I ask for music?
I asked.
Does it look like I'm asking for it?
I think you are asking for it.
That's
One of us is asking for it.
I feel like I'm being victim shamed right now. Think that's wrong, Phil.
Victim shame.
Yeah. Jeffrey wanted that music. Look at him. He's just asking for it wearing that shirt that way.
Would it help if I gave you different kind of NFL music?
I don't need music.
Okay.
If I want music, I'll ask for the damn music.
You want to talk about quarterbacks?
No, well, sort of. We're going to talk about draft stuff. Some of it's quarterbacks, some of it's not quarterbacks. Justin Fields, this is actually a surprise to me. He shared some medical information with the teams ahead of the draft. He has informed teams that he actually has the epilepsy. So he's managing his epilepsy, and which, of course, you can have seizures. And I wonder if the other teams are suddenly going to have some very intense pyrotechnics when he's playing.
Oh,
Wow.
But
That's terrible.
Justin Fields, he's back to bat and he's on the ground. All right. He's flopping. Can we seriously
He's
enough?
flopping like a freshly caught catfish.
Why is it? Oh, that's Belichick over there holding up a little. He's got a light.
You're
So,
wrong for this.
No, he says, listen, he hasn't been affected by the condition on a football field. His symptoms have been less frequent in recent years. A lot of times, you're a kid, you have seizures and you grow out of it a little bit. Other members of the family have also outgrown the condition in their 20s. So Fields could grow out of this completely as well. But this is one of those things he had to tell people. What I wonder is this going to affect anything in the way they draft?
I can't see that it is.
I trust medical evaluators on your staff who give you a medical evaluation, like you said, that they expect him to grow out of it, just as some members in his family did growing up. So if you trust that evaluation, if that's what you're also getting from your team doctors, you got to go with what they say.
There hasn't been any episodes on the field. There hasn't been anything where he's,
Sure.
this condition has interrupted his play. So,
But this is the NFL. When you have a touchdown, there's fireworks and blinking lights and stuff, and then you got people taking pictures and it'd be like, "Yay, touchdown!" Yeah, that's not good for anybody.
Well, that would only affect him at the Super Bowl whenever they do the kickoff, and all.
If he'd have seen the weekend perform, we'd be like, we won't have him in the second half now, will we?
Yeah, he might have been blinded by the lights.
Yeah.
Wrapped up like a douche, or is it douche?
It's deuce.
Yeah. He
But
says
everybody
douche.
says
You know
yeah.
he says douche in the song.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. You know it. I know it.
Yeah.
Even Phil knows it, even though Phil doesn't pay attention.
What?
He's paying attention to a show
Well,
that
he's
was done 3 years from now.
Paying attention
Still
to
trying to win that
a Roner in the
$100.
night.
What?
A Roner in the night.
A Roner in the night?
Yeah.
Is that like? No, you didn't
it's
say
a
boner.
I didn't say boner. I said Roner.
You get both in the night.
I'm Ronery. I'm Ronery.
No, it's blinded by the light, wrapped up like a deuce, like a Roner in the night.
Dale Hellestray says, talking football without music sucks. Well, Dale, I guess it would, unless you're an actual broadcaster and you can talk about anything without music.
Damn.
By the way, Dale, we had a question earlier. Do you care, as a former offensive lineman, do you care at all that the offensive lineman, the big sexies up front, don't get lower numbers access?
What a colossal kiss ass Phil is.
What?
Called him big sexy.
I didn't say he was big sexy. I said the big sexy's up front.
What are you doing?
There's a fly in here.
Wow, you so butch.
Wow.
Yeah, Roll Tide Kara says, future Hall of Fame texter here. Time for a draft party. Where are we going? Well, no draft party for the NFL draft, but we are still hoping that we can get together for the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft that should take place in late August. Stay tuned for that. I definitely want to do that. He says, oh, by the way, the lights got Justin Fields. Oh, no. And he's fallen on a Cardinal field. Now we can't find Kyler Murray. I said, that doesn't even make sense. How's that a Hall of Fame text there, Kara? Because they wouldn't be on the field at the same time.
Wow,
If only I had a boo button.
Wow, Kara. I wouldn't want you to hit the boo button. Actually, if you knew anything about the show you're working right now, there you'd you'd blow a whistle because Randy would throw a flag.
I don't have a whistle.
You know
Some
why?
Because
you
took it away from me.
No, because you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. Dale says, single numbers make us look fatter.
Yeah.
It's actually a good point. I should be wearing 99 right now.
You should be christening a JJ Watt jersey.
As I'm saying, 199. Mr. Wilbur says, Silicone Sisters with the manager, Mr. Told me I got what it takes.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that
It's all part of that song, Jeffco.
Wrapped up like a douche?
like a boner in a light?
Blinded by the light.
Like a boner in the light.
No, it's a roner in the night.
What's a roner?
Supposed to be a runner, but I think he said roner.
That guy has a real pronunciation problem.
Lots of drugs back in the 70s.
Could be.
Let's see. Daylight Drew says, hey guys, hope all is well. Please pour me a Jameson sidecar with a hazy IPA, please. Thank you very much.
Hazy
IPA.
Wow.
She Skulls Burner says, I'm scared to go to a 1580 get together out of fear Phil's going to be there just standing around in a Speedo. Nothing else.
I won't be standing. We do the show sitting down.
That will be forbidden. He will not be donned.
Technically,
we've already prohibited him from going to remotes. He has to always work here on the board.
I was going to say, because the loophole there is that I can't wear Speedo here in the station.
The loophole is you'll never be in public at the same time as Randy and I ever. Hefty Lefty says, our Rottweiler in college would get so jealous of girls being around my roommates and I that several times she laid down in between a lady companion and I. Cutest little C blocker you ever saw, though. Wow. Yeah. You don't mess with the slobber monsters. Huh? Roll Tide Kara says, Phil, are you even old enough to push the boo button? There's plenty of times we boo where you can't hear us,
Oh, I see.
I don't know. She thinks those are Hall of Fame texts.
Yeah, I guess.
Boomer Sooner says, maybe you should do the triple digit jersey, Jeffrey. That's what I'm saying. 999, whatever.
Maybe you could wear your weight on the jersey. That could be the next evolution of the NFL jersey.
I don't know what my weight is right now. I think right now I'm like 215.
No, you look svelte more than that.
You already pissed me off. Don't even try to kiss up right now.
I haven't even puckered my lips. Come on.
Nice try, Phil.
Wait.
Come on. Take him down for the B12 shot and let me pucker.
What is he talking about? Thundersnow says, actually, it's wrapped up like a douche with a boner in the night. Oh,
it's not actually the words.
I don't think those are the words.
No.
Boomer Sooner says, good rule, Jeffrey. No Phil, anywhere, anytime. Yeah, baby. Well, that was a weird thing to put at the end of that text. Good Cat says, okay, I have a random NBA question. Who's a bigger whiner or complainer when it comes to fouls? LeBron James or Tim Duncan? Well, I can answer that. Right now, LeBron James, because Tim Duncan is retired.
I want my boo button back. I want my boo button, boo button, boo button, boo button, boo button.
I want my mute button right now. Phil won't be sitting down in his Speedo. He won't be standing up in his Speedo. He'll be laying down on a bearskin rug. Okay, I can't read the rest.
Hey, if we're looking for a 1580 Fanatic yearly calendar,
He says
February.
And he says, no, that is not my fantasy.
It
sounded a little bit like a fantasy.
Yeah, it's a little late for that.
Wow.
A little late.
Fighting Wampa says, did the government raise unemployment rates today? Because God, Phil sounds like he's really trying to get fired. Blissful Hayes says, does he have Little Caesars pizza?
Pizza.
Who's he?
I think we just got a text for somebody else.
Or maybe it was an hour earlier.
It
Or something
happened.
when we were talking about the
No,
pizza.
it was just a few minutes ago. So
I don't know.
All right, so we talked about Justin Fields having the epilepsy there.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll grow out of that and be okie dokie. And we have another height conversation about somebody in the draft. Now, if you remember correctly, little Kyler Murray did not get measured at the combine.
No, he did. He was not measured in front of the media.
Oh, that's right, because you can't lie about it if there's video about
What
it.
does he have to lie about?
He's not 5'10", Randy. You
Doesn't
know
matter.
he's not 5'10".
It does not matter.
That's a lie when you say
Why?
you're 5'10" when you're not 5'10".
Why do you have to lie about your height? He has nothing to hide.
I'll give you a whole inch of reasons why he might lie.
I give you what?
Actually, I didn't mean it like that, but then
All Phil has to give you is an inch of reasons why to lie. Anyway, so all right, so he cowardly did not get videotaped being measured because he knew that was a point of conversation. It didn't hurt him in the end, or at the other end. He got picked. Everything's fine. So now there's a wide receiver, and I don't know why they're making a thing about the wide receiver. So Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
And, this is the guy who's looking to go. He's looking to go big, right?
Very slight of build, yes.
Yeah. That was being nice. He only weighs 166 pounds.
Yes.
So he can bulk up. He can take some protein shakes, that sort of thing. But then they measured him. They're like, 6 feet. He's like, no, I'm 6 feet, 0.02 inches.
Well, yeah.
By God, I want that fifth of an inch. You know?
He's not the only one.
Did you do that math in your head? 0.02 inches, and that's a fifth of an inch?
I've been measuring the yard a bit because we're doing landscaping. So yes, I'm very familiar with the Queen's English measurement system.
How are your yellow bells coming in?
Oh, they started sprouting the flowers. I feel better now. I was worried that like a different color flower would come up or whatever. Then I found out the landscaper guy he didn't fix the irrigation right. Some of the plants looked like I'm dying. And I went out there. I was like, how about we water every day? There we go. That is, wouldn't you check that? Why wouldn't you check that? So anyways, my yellow bells are doing fine. And might be my imagination. They look bigger. I mean, not that much bigger, but still.
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to Devontae Smith. And he's 166 pounds. He's 6'2".
Yeah.
0.2 inches. And so here's the thing. Why is this a big deal? I mean, it's more about the weight, about how he looks like a teeny frail little guy. We got shorter receivers. So why are they making such a big deal about Devontae Smith's build?
I don't think that anybody's making a big deal out of it. If it's a conversation piece, it's because he's quite thin. But the NFL, they've got people that are they get paid lots of money to bulk these guys up. I'm sure he'll be on a weight program, whatever team he ends up with. He'll be on a program right away.
Okay. Like this idea, don't like this idea. I want to hear from you guys on the text line, 888-368-1580. I think every player should have to be measured and weighed on video pre-draft.
Why does that make a difference?
Because I think it makes a huge difference to the teams who are evaluating trying to make decisions on what they're going to do. How is this a conspiracy theory? Turn off the damn music.
Because we all
Dear
know.
God, you have no idea what you're doing in there, do you?
Their measurements are.
There's no reason for conspiracy theory music when I'm saying, do you like the idea or do you not like the idea, Phil? Oh my God. I just want to ask the super fans on the Summit Mail Medical text line. Do you like the idea that everybody has to be on video? If poor Tom Brady has to go through the indignity of standing there in his boxer shorts, looking like somebody just pantsed a mailman, then I think these guys, I'm not saying they got to get naked. I just say, your t-shirt, shorts, get weighed and then get measured. And then everybody has an accurate information. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
so I want to know what you guys think.
I know I'm not part of the fourth dimension, but I still don't see what the big deal is.
Neither do I.
But so that's no. I want a yes or no. You think they should or they shouldn't do that?
I don't think so.
Phil?
I want a chocolate chip cookie.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-PROCOPY. That's 602-776-2679.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m., the Coyotes play the Wild. Can they stay in the 4th spot in the West? Suns have a huge game against the 76ers, but look at how the Ayton-Embiid matchup goes. How do the Diamondbacks stand going into their final series game against the Reds? And more. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Thursday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. We are everywhere you need to be.
Listen on 1580 AM and 99.3 FM for the Phoenix metro area.
If you live in the East Valley, dial up 95.9 FM to listen in. Stream us live everywhere at 1580thefanatic.com.
Or download the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app from the App Store or the Google Play Store.
We are 1580 The Fanatic, your new home for sports.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. I got to go check Phil's employee file. No. I got an idea. Phil, do you live alone?
At the moment, no.
I know it sounds like I'm getting ready to put a hit out on him. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm saying it sounds like it. This is actually a great idea, and Phil's getting on my nerves lately. Is playing to this idea.
All right.
For almost 3 years, someone near Buffalo, New York, has been littering in front of the exact same house for 3 straight years.
Really?
Specifically, throwing their empty coffee cups out on the lawn.
Okay.
I don't mean like ceramic coffee cups. They're Starbucks cups or whatever. And nobody knew who was doing it. Of course, the house owner is like, we can get DNA. And the cops are like, yeah, really not something we're going to waste the DNA lab for. CSI can sit this one out. You just have some jackass throwing coffee cups on your lawn. So they didn't know. Ed and Cheryl Patton were like, some random person? Is this just somebody's ritual? And they're like, all right, I've had enough of this crap. They set up a security camera, as one does. They put it on a tree, but it couldn't get a good shot of the person. Okay. Which shows you that both Ed and Cheryl are stupid.
Yeah.
Because if you put it in a tree and there's leaves, what the hell are you,
Right.
All they saw was a coffee cup roll across the lawn. They're like, aha! Well, we already knew that. We just find those. So, but they got lucky when a neighbor saw someone in a minivan pull up, chuck the cup out there. So the nosy neighbor wrote down the license plate.
Okay.
And said, I'll sell this to you for $100.
Oh, no.
No, I made that up.
Oh, that would be so bad.
No. Nosy neighbors love to give you information.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
So it turned out it was one of Cheryl's old coworkers who still held a grudge.
What?
76-year-old Larry Pope. He had retired. He used to work with her. They used to fight over union issues or something. So for 3 years, he kept swinging by and like, there's
You
Cheryl's
have
house.
got to be kidding me.
Blah, throw that thing out the window.
Oh my God. Let it go, man.
I actually think it's kind of awesome.
I'm actually with you.
Well, I mean, it's one thing if it's a joke or something,
3
but
years.
3 years?
Every day, there's a cup. What the hell? Hey, first off, I'd have cameras up in the first 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
What bleep is this going on here? If I go on vacation, I come back to like 7 or 8 coffee cups. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. My wife right now, she wants me to do one of two things. Get a camera on that side of the yard because we have a yard over here. Then we have a line of grass going up the driveway on the side, which you can't see from a camera.
Yeah, up the estate.
Wants me to get a camera on that part because some lady and her little dog keeps pooping all over that part of our yard.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, you got 2 choices. You get a camera angle on that, or you sit out there with a pellet gun. And I'm like, I'm not going to shoot somebody's dog. She says, I'm not talking about the dog.
Uh-huh.
So I got to shoot some old lady with a pellet gun or move the camera.
Why don't you just have
I'm thinking about it.
Why don't you have just a whole fence of cacti?
Well, we don't want to fence a cacti. We have, a pretty nice grass now that we got it under control. So anyway,
speaking of this, this brings up a thing. So I live out in the West Valley. We know that. I'm not going to say exactly where, but I'm in this house.
Well, I got his address if anybody wants it.
I have this. Thank you, Jeffrey. I videotaped my route out to your house too. So anyway, I live in this community, and for a long time we keep getting this newspaper, and our HOA wants to fine me because the newspaper ends up coming to my house. So I called. I said, we don't read your newspaper. It's one of those little community newspapers. Okay.
Right.
We don't read your
Worthless.
newspapers. Please take us off your list so I don't have to do this again. So, okay, it'll take a couple weeks. A couple weeks later, I'm still getting the damn newspaper. So then I call the manager and leave a message. Look, I've already asked, can you please take me off your list? I'm getting this newspaper and my HOA is going to fine me. Please stop delivering the paper to my house. So a couple weeks go by. Bam. There it is again. Now I'm mad. Now I call up
He's
the place.
coughing, man.
I call up the place and I get this manager's phone number or email or voicemail. And I leave a scathing message like, I'm going to come down there and firebomb your office.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to blow your
So
car
that's-
up. And I'm going to burn your house to the
Yeah.
ground. And you need to stop sending me this paper or I'm going to take legal action against you.
Did you meet some nice police officers after this call?
So then 2 weeks later, she emails me back. I leave my email. Email me back that you got this because I want to
Sincerely
know.
yours. Yeah.
Yeah,
Randy
yeah.
White.
Most respectfully.
Love you.
Most respectfully, Randy White. So then, okay. We're very sorry about all the inconvenience here. We'll take care. Sometimes it moves slow here. And I said, okay, look, just quit delivering the paper to my house.
Fair enough.
2 weeks go by. Do you know that every Tuesday I still go out and that damn paper is still out front of my house?
All right. So you're going to have to confront the delivery person. That's all you can do.
Well, I'm putting up infrared cameras.
Yeah.
And I'm going to catch this guy, whoever it is, and I'm going to chase him down in my car.
Okay. Or how about this? Now I see how this could go horribly wrong.
I am going to make sure this guy understands under no circumstances will you deliver this paper anymore to my residence.
Why don't you put a sign up for a little bit? Put a sign up for no more than 2 weeks saying, do not ever drop a newspaper on this lawn again or else, and give them that chance.
I guess a sign would be okay.
And then you don't have to pay for the camera. You don't have to worry about me having to bail you out of jail.
Well, I'm thinking about this week has come to a head because I am sick and tired of it. And God bless Miss Kim. She has to live with me and put up with my shenanigans. But I'm going to sit in a chair with my AR-15 watching this guy.
Okay. Let's maybe dial that back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not an AR-15.
There you go.
How about an AR-14? No, you can't shoot guys delivering newspapers. Believe me, I found out the hard way. You can't do that. So maybe, maybe a paint gun, but not a real gun.
Oh, that's a great idea.
See, now why are we going the hard route? Why are you messing up with the newspaper? What you should really be going out for is the HOA. You know where they live.
No, the HOA. I don't even get me started there.
Yeah, I know. I hate HOA.
You know
Don't
what?
even
We
get
just
me
got an
started.
announcement that we're in the neighborhood I live in.
Yeah.
Is like, hi, we are your property management group for the HOA. We quit. We're out of here. You've hired a bunch of morons to your board, and well, good luck with the new company. See ya. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever want to be on an HOA board.
Yeah.
Because I've met some of my neighbors already.
Well, I won't even go to the meetings. I understand the meetings happen every the first Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. I'm not going to, no, because if I go down there, Jeffrey's going to have to come across town. He's going to have to bail me out again.
It's man law. I have to bail you out.
Oh my
Yeah, that's one of the man laws that I'm required as his friend to bail him out if he's
Yeah.
ever in jail, unless I'm the person who reported him and put him in jail.
Well, yeah.
So
there was that one time.
Well, I warned you. Cowboy Sparky says, "Good Lord, they're shooting! They're shooting!"
Yeah, you said to take out the gunshots, and yet here we go.
Talking about it is one thing. Having to hear that in the ear when you're driving down the road and scaring the crap out of
So
somebody
that's the loophole.
is another.
If I verbalize the buttons as
No.
they were,
No.
there we go.
No. Don't go there.
Do
Phil.
I need a sound effect that says he's fired,
Don't-
or
don't-
do I get to just say he's fired?
You gotta know. You gotta know when to put the mute button on.
FedFan says this conversation brings back memories. I started listening to you
Yeah.
guys when you talked about killing the rodents digging in your yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? They just went on to a different yard.
What kind of
Mm.
rodents did you have?
I had gophers. I had some gophers in the yard, and I remember everybody was trying to help me with this. I tried the smoke bombs and
Yeah, some well-placed explosives. would do
sure,
the trick.
sure.
Jeffrey
It
took his garden hose and hooked it up to a propane tank and then
Mhm.
went to the other end and lit it on fire.
It was a weird smell of
Yeah.
burnt hair and chicken, but I never saw the gophers again. I just figured they moved on. But now that I've got these tasty new plants in the yard, I
Uh-huh.
worry if they're going to come back or not. But she says, yes, weird memories. By the way, Jake Crowder has injured his right ankle and he will not return tonight.
Yeah, Jay, not Jake.
And maybe it's Jake. Maybe it's his brother. He was going to get some nachos in the stands, Phil. You don't know everything.
What do you know, Phil?
Jesus.
If only I could keep up with the show.
I got news for you. It's showing me right here that he's still on the court. Kiss the Cook says, wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night.
Yep,
Phil,
that's
sometimes
it.
I think a chocolate chip cookie is smarter than you. Close your pie hole, Phil.
Wow.
Yeah, we had this discussion a couple of weeks ago. I'm still all for the apple pie a la mode.
I like apple pie, Alamo.
Yeah.
Kiss the Cook says, sports athletes, yes, they should be measured and weighed. Blissful Hayes says, I want to get Randy a subscription for a paper to be delivered to his home.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm tempted. Hefty Lefty says, sounds like another benefit for having a moat around your house.
Yeah.
So
See?
then the paper would just sit there floating.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
either that or the damn sea snakes would eat it.
Boomer Sooner says, I'll bail you out too, buddy.
Thank you.
Blood pressure, though. Watch that. And let's see here. FedFan says, stupid autocorrect. Large Marge says, you killed all the golfers? You want me to kill all the Won't we go to prison? You want me to kill all the golfers?
Justin Johnson had it coming.
I mean, I don't need a reason. I'll even do that. I don't care. Let's see. Baker's Cocky Hens says the HOA is probably delivering the paper to you themselves, Randy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Just to piss you off.
revenue generating.
My wife does not want me anywhere near that HOA meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talk about blood pressure. Let's see. Baker's Cocky Hen says, yeah, measure him. I'm pretty sure Deshaun Watson has no problem with them taking his measurement. Baker's Cocky Hens is on fire today.
Yeah.
Average Joe says, Randy is too far from me, but I'll give Randy $50 for Jeffrey's address.
Yeah. How big does the donation to Sports Angels get?
Nobody is ever getting the address. Yeah, as armed as Randy is,
Yeah.
what makes you think I wouldn't be? MMA Joe says, I think that the athlete should be in front of the room getting weighed and measured. It's good enough for boxing and mixed martial artists, before fights, then why not? And Phil, focus. Come on, man. You can do it.
So, but boxing and MMA, that's all part of the fight, the weight class. I mean, what
Sure.
is NFL? What is
Give
that?
you a
the big
proper
deal?
evaluation of the physical specimen that you're looking to come and play on your team.
And they do have that. They do have it. It's
Yeah,
just behind
but-
closed doors.
The moment they say, and then listen, I'm not trying to get down on Kyler. All right. I'm not. I really am not. But when he says, I'm 5'10, you are not 5'10. Somebody lied. I want a video. I don't want to see the thing. You know that little thing they jump up and they have to do the touch thing
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
That's a verification of what your vertical is. I want an actual visual representation to verify what the actual height is. And I know, listen, it's not just Kyler Murray. People have been doing that for years. But come on, knock it off. I want to know
All I'm saying is,
legitimately what I'm getting into.
if you're talented enough to be at this level, why do you have to be weighed and measured in front of people? I don't.
Maybe some of these guys are self-conscious.
Even besides that, I don't see what
Does my butt look big in this?
I don't see what the purpose is.
MMA Joe agrees though. Dog poops in your yard. It's not the dog's fault. You shoot the lady with the pellets. That's what you do. I know.
I can see
I know.
you out there.
It may be airsoft. I mean, I'm not looking to penetrate her skin. You know. So, well, Randy, I told you, a proper evaluation of what you're getting into and what you're giving up that draft pick for. A lot is on the line.
The vertical jump, the 40-yard dash, the weightlifting. I get all of that. I just don't understand.
What good is a vertical jump, and what good is all those things if you're not tall enough to reach up and grab down the pass? You know, I mean, the vertical jump, I guess it gives you an idea, but I don't know. I want all of the information. I don't think it's wrong to ask for.
Spud Webb was what, 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah, but he could actually show you on the court what he was capable of.
Right.
And a lot of these guys won't do pro day stuff. Did Kyler Murray do pro day?
I think he did. I think didn't he? He had a pro day, and I think he performed at the.
Tried to watch.
Spud Webb was 5'6".
Tried to watch.
There you
Hard
go.
to see on the field.
Muggsy Bogues was 5'3".
That's another one for you. That's two.
Just thought maybe I could slide
That's
that one
two for you.
past.
No.
Daylight Drew says, hey, what's with the sky? Sky's looking like Saudi Arabia outside right now. What's going on?
A lot of dust, a lot of wind blowing around the dust, a lot of pollutants in the air, a high wind advisory in effect. It's very well, thank you from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy
Again,
White.
more music we didn't ask for.
Since he's going to play it, I might as well give you an update. Currently 90 degrees here in Scottsdale, 91 downtown Phoenix. A lot of wind blowing around. The temperatures are going to climb up throughout the weekend. And by Monday, we should be looking at temperatures, down in the 70s.
Liking that.
And some clouds showing up early next week. Again, 90 degrees Scottsdale, 91 downtown. 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. You know, Phil, even your imitation of wind sucks. See, he's over there going, of course, earlier I'm expertly.
Yeah. Now, see, that's spot on wind right there. Yeah.
But that's the kind of wind that just goes in between. You know what?
I
I'm going to stop right
think
there.
I don't think I've ever heard wind go shh.
Yeah, whenever you...
Wind doesn't run out of breath and have to go again.
I have asthma.
Well, maybe wind is not for you then, Phil.
Wind is not asthmatic. Damn it, Phil.
You're out there watching the trees. And wind doesn't have an inhaler, Phil. A lot of texts I'm behind here.
Boy.
You don't want to see my imitation of rain.
We don't want to see your imitation of anything, Phil. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hit the button. Let me get right back to you. Sandra, those banners come out tonight. Can you pack them?
Indeed, knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
On machine 4.
Like at Monica's Print Shop. To fulfill orders on time, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches, weakness, or discomfort in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief. from the world's #1 selling nerve care company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, and B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live your life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends who've used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win. It's been 3 short tracks in a row, and it's time to open it up. NASCAR heads to Talladega this weekend for the Geico 500. Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway, and your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. So, Phil, is that like your, what do they call that Salt Bay guy who does like that? Is that cue you're going to be there? Like,
Yeah, that's a little mixture of a little sauce on
there.
it.
You ever watch on the camera, Phil can be very, I don't know, frightening, but expressive and entertaining on there. You can see us on the YouTube channel, 1580 The Fanatic, which we also send the link on over to Twitter and Facebook at 1580 The Fanatic is the Twitter address. I don't know what to call anything anymore because used to be I had to get used to a website address, the www.h.george.w.whatever website.
Yeah.
Then they said, well, you don't need the www anymore. I'm like, okay, fine.
Bye.
So now it's just 1580thefanatic.com.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, on the Facebook or the Twitter, it's at 1580 The Fanatic.
Yeah.
So is that an address? Is that a handle? What do you call that?
That's your
A website?
No, it's not a
that's your,
website. Facebook or Twitter is the website. So
Page?
So I'm glad Phil doesn't even know because then I'm starting to feel like I just went to him and asked him to set the time on a VCR,
Boy,
like my parents did to me.
I don't know what to say about that, Jeff.
I'm going to call it just a Twitter handle. That's the handle at 1580 The Fanatic. We're also on the Instagram, but I don't ever remember to hit that button.
Instagram?
Yeah.
We're on Instagram?
We're on
Dear
the
God,
gram.
I wonder what's on there.
And you can slide in our DMs.
I don't even know how to DM the DMs. So, and I don't want anybody sliding into my DMs. And I feel
they're gonna
bad.
slide.
What I feel bad about is when we do the show and we have the Facebook video and the YouTube video and whatever, people start to comment on the page. We never see that. We never ever see that because
nobody is monitoring the
right
the Twitter thing.
Later on, I'll see some stuff and go, but outside of that, the best place to be is on the Summit Mail Medical text line, 888-368-1580. Now, during all the hubbub here, a lot of people have texted in, and I'm very, very behind. And I want to get to big Georgia sports history, but I want to get caught up here. So Hefty Lefty says Facebook page, Twitter handle, YouTube channel, and website. That's what those are.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel better now. Mr. Pringle says, wow, Sixers, they are Hall of Fame whiners. LeBron James should go play for these guys. Kiss the Cook says, all the haze outside. I think it's 420 smoke cloud from Oregon and California rolling in.
Could be.
T-Bone says, go for an explosions. Cue Kenny Loggins. I'm all right. That's right. What? Shoot the golfers. Random texter says, Jeffrey, I think Phil is the wind beneath your wings. No, he's the wind between my legs. King Kittens. Don't you know that you're my hero? King Kitten says, it's good to be the king. I would expect 100 degrees the second weekend of May, by the way. Mark it.
Wow, okay.
Navy Devil says, football players are always listed as 2 inches taller, 20 pounds lighter or heavier than they actually are. But we got to get to reality.
But why, though? Why is that an issue?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, you went out of line. You're supposed to say there was a whole thing there, and you got to get to your scripts. You got to memorize your scripts if we're going to do this.
Well, you said I want the truth, and I said you can't handle the truth.
No,
I'll be damned if I didn't. No, I said it just exactly right.
I want the truth. Hey, you want the truth? I think I'm entitled. And there's a whole thing there. There's more than just that line.
That's right. I forgot.
You got to read the scripts at night when I send them to you.
I did call the code red.
So you're not supposed to just say that right out. I'm supposed to get that out of you. Read the damn scripts at night, Randy.
Damn it.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, you want to penetrate the old lady's skin? No, I don't. With a pellet gun. We're talking pellet guns and airsoft. Boomer. Large Marge says, we don't ask Rando to suck in his gut to know if he's funny. Intangibles, guys. What the hell is he talking about? What? Papa Mike. Oh, he's talking about the measurements and weights of the combine.
Weights and measures. All right.
Took me a moment. Papa Mike says, hey, Rando. Sorry. Hey, Radio Ron.
Yeah.
When's Phil getting his own show? Keep it up, Phil. You're doing great. You get the idea that maybe Papa Mike is doing a little sarcastic seminar right there?
I don't think so. I think Papa Mike is in love with him.
I think he's messing with him.
Mr. Wilbur says, get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. Says, watch this, Randy. Jeffrey, if you have 8-inch by 13-inch spot in your yard that you need to cover with pavers, how many square feet do you need to buy?
7.
Thank you, Phil.
Square feet. Well, the thing is, it's not a it's you have to buy at least 2 pavers for that. Square feet's irrelevant because you'd have to cut. Prison Wallet says, put this up on my side yard. Sign says, please pick up after your pet. Area under surveillance. Fines enforced.
Nice.
I think that would make me want to make my dog poop in that yard. And then I'd wave the whole time.
That's an open invitation.
Right. Jagdog says, Phil, step into my office. You're effing fired. First Cav Mike says, hey, Randy,
yes,
sir. Write decased and put it back in the box. Hey, Randy, write decased and put it back in the box.
Write the case and put it back in the box. That's about all I got.
Right.
First Cav Mike, what the hell are you talking about? Thunder Snow says, why does penis size make a difference in the NFL?
Yeah, I agree.
Thunder, the Santa Barbarian, says, how have the Diamondbacks been at coming back after falling behind so far this season?
Not good. They don't have the pitching staff. They can only rely on their bats. So that's why the Diamondbacks have been struggling.
Has their game started up yet?
Yeah, and I believe they're down 3-0 last time I checked.
Damn it.
Won one, lose the other.
Fairweather Dan says, hey, Jeffrey, sorry to hear about your yellow balls.
Wow.
Why is he talking about yellow balls?
Because you said your yellow bells are sprouting.
Yellow bells, Fairweather Dan, and they're doing great. My bells are great. Roll Tide Kara says, Jeffrey, what do you call 2 football players and a cheerleader?
Wait, where?
Oh, boy.
Says, what do you call 2 football players and a cheerleader?
This doesn't seem
2 tight ends and a wide receiver. All right. I don't see an HOF going next to her name anytime soon. Bite My Kebab says you should replace Phil's boo button with a "oh no, I suck again" button.
If only I could read.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, ask Kevin Durant how you DM. Seems like he's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, so you're saying you need a social media manager? Should I apply online? Do you work for free? Mr. Pringle says, Suns built a modest lead. Then Devin Booker happened. Jeff the Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. No need to film the weights and the measurements. The only people who need to know are the GMs and the owners. And I'll bet they know all the numbers down to a fifth of an inch. Yeah, well, okay, fine. Well, I want to know. I want to know because I just want to make sure everybody knows I'm right about Kyler Murray. Really, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Fed Fan says, I think I'll just text in movie lines tomorrow. Kane Kenton says, hey, did we do Big Georgia stuff yet? No, not yet.
We have not done Big Georgia stuff.
And no, my yellow bells do not have jaundice, Thunder Snow. Neither do my balls. All right. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big Georgia's sports history. Back to the year 1980, running in only her second marathon and unnoticed by officials or television cameras for the entire race, Rosie Ruiz, an administrative assistant from Manhattan, won the Boston Marathon in 2 hours and 31 minutes and 56 seconds, the fastest time ever for a woman. Of course, after marathon officials reviewed the photographs, the video, and conducted interviews, she was stripped of her title after it was deemed she cheated.
Yeah, I remember that.
She entered the race near the finish line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did she come from? Oh, she's fast. It turned out that when they realized that there was a fix in there, that Jacqueline Giroux of Canada was declared the winner. They said that Ruiz got into a car. She intended to jump in the middle of the pack of runners, but miscalculated when she joined the marathon 1 mile from the end, not realizing she was ahead of all 448 other female competitors.
Wow.
So she was like, she might have gotten away with it, but she overshot.
She cheated too hard.
She world record cheated is what she did right there. So cheaters never prosper. Just want you to know that. Cheaters never prosper. That's for all you Astros fans out there.
Yeah, yeah. Who, by the way, are in the cellar of the American League East or West.
Karma. It's a bitch. So speaking of bitches, how are the Yankees doing? Still bad, right?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Well, we have a little time left. Do we try? Do we dare? Do we try, Icarus, to fly that close to the sun?
Go for it, Jeff. Go spin that wheel.
Spin the wheel of sports. See what we talk about next year. So you remember Jeremy Piven from what was the name? Was it Art? No, it wasn't Arliss. What was the? No, that was the other guy. What was Jeremy Piven in where he was a sports agent? Wasn't he in a thing where he played a sports? No, Arliss was a sports agent. Jeremy Piven was in that Entourage show where he played an agent.
Yeah. Okay.
So really, Jeremy Piven knows about as much about sports as he does about getting good hair plugs because he has got some really bad ones.
Okay.
Anyway, Jeremy Piven, somebody asked him, and he's like, yes, Edelman, absolutely a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, my goodness. No.
Oh,
no.
Jeremy.
No.
Listen, I get it. You're best pals with John Cusack when you guys were in school, and that's how you got your big start. We've enjoyed you in some things, but really we would like you to enjoy a big old bottle of Shut the Hell Up because you don't know what you're talking about. Julian Edelman is not a first ballot anything. He's a great guy. He played well. He got Super Bowl rings. He's set for life. Why do this? Why do this, Jeremy Piven? He says, I celebrate him with the power of Christ. He's amazing. Put him in the Hall of Fame. How drunk was he?
Oh, this is really a sad take. Anybody who knows anything about sports at all would tell you, Julian Edelman, although a great player, extraordinary heart, a great competitor, no way is he going to the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Good.
Right. You know that. I know that. Guess who else knows that? Edelman. And he's cool with that. He's at peace. He knows who he is. He's officially retired.
Yeah.
And now he's looking to go on to the next thing. And maybe he comes back. Maybe he comes back and plays with Tom Brady. Maybe not. Who knows?
I don't think so.
But he does not deserve a bust. And Jeremy Piven, you're embarrassing yourself. He says, oh, no, he was one of Tom Brady's favorite targets. That's not a participation trophy. He ran great routes. He hustled. Look at his highlights.
Well,
look at his stats.
I mean, that's great, Jeremy Piven, but look at his stats. They're not Hall of Fame worthy. I mean, if you're going to do anything, look at his stats.
Yeah. So Jeremy Piven, I think Hair Club for Men is calling. Maybe take that call.
Wow.
Spin the wheel, Phil. So if you had the kind of money that Floyd Mayweather had, you know, you're going to have a nice mansion. You're going to have nice things, right?
Yes.
And when people come over to your house, you know, that's your house, right? You want to keep your house
Yes.
clean and nice.
Yes.
Dana White came over to visit, and he made him wear those little surgical blue shoe booties while in his
What?
house.
Who?
Yeah, Dana White, the president of the UFC and everything. And
No
that's like,
kidding.
it's embarrassing. It's like, dude, if you're that rich, people can come in your house and then you snap your finger and the Oompa Loompas
Yeah.
come out after people leave and you
Yeah.
clean up after them. You don't humiliate your guests into, like, you're filthy. Put these on or else you
Oh,
cannot be
man.
in my presence. Yeah, that was kind of crap to do, but kind of funny to see Dana White wearing Smurf shoes. You know? They're cool.
Wow.
I did not get to all the texts. I apologize if I've missed yours. We are out of time. We'll see you back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local